The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Let's get the shindig started. Hello and welcome to episode 20-something of the Turning Heel podcast. It's me, the Griz, I believe it's 22, as my co-host, Robert, is pointing out. Say hi to the folks. Hi!
I'm slightly offended I wasn't introduced first.
I know, I decided to change it up. Eat a dick.
I have on
And that other
occasions.
And that other voice you heard is Chris motherfucking Hughes.
Before the last phrase. just to clear that up.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm Chris Hughes and I eat dicks. Dick. You could say like the Vince McMahon voice.
Like the Paul Rudds.
The what?
The film, I think it was This Is 40, and he was trying to spice up his marriage by doing dirty talk. And he was do you like this dick? But he kept getting over it. He kept saying it over and over again. Like, do you want this dick?
Over enunciating.
But the only word that was over enunciating was dick.
Stop saying dick. Dick.
It's penis, actually.
Phallus. Phallus is my favourite word.
Wallapa.
Bobby.
Schlong. Is this gonna be... Are we out of dick words now? Can we move on?
Yeah. I think we've got the name for this episode already.
The Fiend.
3 dudes and 5 dicks.
Meat and potatoes? No.
Meat and veg.
That's it. Meat and veg. Look that up.
Twig and berries.
Yeah.
Apparently we're just going to keep going.
Yeah. I think we'll lay off the dick chat.
So welcome to the Turning Dicks podcast. Episode 1. This is where we review dicks.
This is what happens when Robert is under the influence.
Yes, this is the first episode where Robert has a day off of being sober.
Yes. Wonderful.
Needless to say, this prep for this episode lasted a hell of a lot longer than it probably should have.
Yeah.
And so we are very much...
I was initially thinking we'd be finishing up round about now. Nope.
Nope, just starting. Fuck you.
Don't rush a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we're having fun. So, we have a plethora of things to talk about, including the fact that I believe that, as I was at the room, I heard that you watched Dark this week.
I did watch Dark this week.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know, Chris
I watched
actually going out his way to watch stuff.
Well, I wasn't going out my way to watch it, I just didn't have anything else to watch, and I was like, may as well watch Dark. Didn't realise it lasted so long.
I know.
Yeah, they were on for like an hour and a half. That's why I've just sort of...
There was like a 2-hour 10-minute episode like about 3 weeks ago.
That's longer than fucking Dynamite.
That's what I said when I clicked on it. I was like, fucking hell, man.
But see, the thing is though, I was looking at it and I was like, do you know what? See, going to AEW taping once they start up again, value for
your fucking money.
Yeah, you can't argue the value for money.
When they start taping an audience again, I'll guarantee you Dark will not be fucking 2 hours. Or an hour and a half, it'll be an hour.
Yeah, it was to start with, but like the thing is, when Dark started, it was essentially AEW's third hour. Like fucking one of the first matches they had as a main event was a lights out match between Joey Janela and Kenny Omega that lasted about like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
give or take.
But still, there's not a lot of duff during it. So like, even if it is an hour, that's probably still going to be a solid 5 matches you're getting.
Yeah.
Pretty sure in one of the first weeks also there was like a 6-man tag, and it was the Elite against like the Lucha Bros and someone else.
Yeah. Like pretty much every member of the Elite has wrestled on Dark at some point.
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
I think probably everyone in the roster has. Maybe the exception of Moxley. I can't remember ever seeing him advertised for a match on Dark.
No, he did have a match on Dark. It was granted, it was a fucking 2-minute squash match, but yeah, like
I don't think Jericho would
Mox has had a match on Dark. I think as because it was this guy, and they kind of built it up like it was meant to be a thing.
It was a bit like, remember when they were building up that Dan Matha in NXT, and then fucking I think Ciampa just showed up and wrecked him.
Joe, it was Joe.
Someone Joe. It was someone.
Yeah.
But they were building this guy's like debut for weeks, and then Joe just came and just smashed him, and then he got released just there.
Yeah.
And
No, it was never any good. But they built this guy up as if like the story is like, I think like maybe Mox had a hand in training him or some shit, and so it was kind of like a little bit of teacher versus student or something, and then the match lasted all of about fucking 3-4 minutes maybe.
Was it not just like a fucking...
I think they got
just like
they did got like a little bit of shine.
Paradigm shift done.
I think he got a little bit of shine.
Because I know there's a Moxley match in AEW where he just basically just paradigm shifted the guy like right away in one.
Was that not Nakazawa? I feel like that was like his first match was like against Nakazawa, and then just kind of went, because like it started off with like Naka dropping the baby oil. It would be like, I'm gonna be super serial here, and then
because you're gonna fight my friend,
and then Mox was just like, shut the fuck up, paradigm shift, go away.
Nakazawa. We'll be talking about him a wee bit more later on.
We'll be mentioned later on.
Robert Anthony was the guy's opponent. But fucking hell! Alright, I stand corrected. That match went nearly 20 minutes. Well,
did someone fall asleep just as the match started and wake up just at the end?
But it was one of those sleeps where it feels like you've just closed your eyes and opened them right up.
Aye.
You can see if you just close your eyes.
I've been listening to that song a lot.
Which version?
The good one or the bad one?
There's no bad version.
There's a bad one.
No, there's not.
The one that they actually used on TV.
The one that they recently used on TV?
Wait,
no.
Was it sang by a dude or a chick?
Chick.
Good one.
No, that's just one of the two good ones.
No, that's the good one. Because the reboot is terrible.
No, it's not. We're not getting any theme songs because we'll be here for about another 8 hours.
Yeah.
Ow. Did you hear that? Ooh.
Like fucking the listeners heard that.
Yeah, right. Clicking the old fucking knucks over here. Shout out to the menagerie. So, we unintentionally just watched the entire episode of Raw before we started this, as I was just going to put that on as background shit. We are in the same room, by the way, fun fact. SmackDown, Electric Boogaloo. We watched SmackDown before you came, so we are all caught up. Let's just start watching Impact. Hold on. I'll get us set up. Shall we stop with Raw, since that's, we'll go in chronological order?
Yeah, might as well.
Cannot believe I pronounced that word correctly.
We'll whistle stop Raw though, because I don't really think it was a particularly great episode of Raw.
We're going to
there's some talking points, but nothing much.
I really appreciate it being all up in my face.
See,
what's the deal?
I know, I understand. Why does everything have to have a tagline now?
What's the deal within your face?
What is the deal within my face?
What's the deal? What's the deal with your face?
The taglines are starting to become the new
group known as.
Aye, for me, I'm just my god, stop it. Yeah. It's when all the fucking wrestlers say it as well. Like in SmackDown when Jeff Hardy's like, so at Night of Champions, Gold Rush.
See, I think Gold Rush is actually the best of them in terms of taglines, because
no, but
it makes kind of sense, because it's Night of Champions. It is literally the gold pay-per-view, because every gold is going to be defended.
Yes, but at the same time, it's a tagline. It's not as if, like, when you see, like, a film and someone's talking about, like, say, like, a film I've made, like, The Avengers or something, and it's like, oh, yeah, I just filmed Avengers. This time the Avengers Assembles, or whatever the fuck taglines were for the film.
Yeah.
They don't do it. It's stupid. You might as well just go. And Night of Champions, there's gold in these here, man.
There's gold in there, dear.
Night of Champions gold digger.
In their caves.
Like, it's a tagline.
You're out of your box, prospector.
They shouldn't be saying it. Like, it all kicked off with the fucking horror show.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been a fucking horror show. These bastard taglines.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Gold Rush is good at all. Like,
it's the only one that kind of makes some sense. I mean,
it makes sense, but it's unimaginative compared to what they've done before.
Yeah, but it's like, for example, SummerSlam though.
SummerSlam's my favourite one.
Really? I thought that one was completely pointless.
No, I watched.
You'll never see it coming
because it made you think it was supposed to be about Drew and Randy Orton, where in fact it was Roman.
But you never saw it coming.
Wait, did you see it coming?
I did see it coming because I knew.
So you're telling me you predicted Roman Reigns coming back?
No, I mean the pay-per-view. Like SummerSlam, you'll never see it coming. Well, I will see it coming because it's on Sunday.
Well, it's like,
and I watched it. I saw it coming.
Well, it's like the SummerSlam '92 tagline. The SummerSlam you thought you would never see.
Aye, like I think the SummerSlam one was all right. I don't really much an issue with it. The other one's like
what I just don't like them going. Oh, at SummerSlam, you'll never see it coming. I'm going to fight you.
But the thing is, though, the build up to it, like as you say, was around sort of Drew and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And their whole thing is Drew hits a Claymore out of nowhere, as like Orton hits an RKO out of nowhere, so that you'll never see it coming. And then made sense.
That was your red herring for Roman coming back in the main event.
Other things that I hate about WWE right now is. Just since we're fucking talking about this, is the fact that like as you say with the group known as Retribution, the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura, etc., the thing that I hate the most right now, and I've realised this very recently, is the use of the word absconded when someone steals something. Because who the fuck uses that word? I didn't even know that was a word.
How dare you? I'm affronted.
Well, you're not affronted, you're affronted. We're in Scotland here, come on.
But for international listeners.
Fuck international listeners.
Depends what they look like.
Fuck them all to death!
This episode's gone completely off the rails.
Yeah, it has. This alcohol before we started wasn't a great idea.
Don't let me drink this next time.
I would say that you have really absconded this podcast from us.
You've basically opened up like the Hellraiser box.
The Pandora's box.
With something configuration.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was a simple fucking puzzle box, and now like fucking Doug Bradley's here with pins in his head.
Sorry, there was a flag.
High five!
I thought we were getting a round of applause there.
So did I.
Nope. Apologies for those of you whose eardrums I may have just blown.
Have I told you about the promotion that Doug Bradley used to be in?
I sense a tangent.
Me too.
Blackcraft Wrestling. It had about 4 shows.
You've told me about this.
Yeah, and on the last show, it was a WrestleMania weekend last year, and the show was expected to just be allowed to go on for as long as possible, and they were like, when they got there, the venue was like, yeah, you need to be here by midnight, and they're like, that's like 2 hours from now, and it's like, yep. So they battered on with the show. Their main event, which was Johnny Blackcraft. Yes. Johnny Mundo. John Morrison.
Johnny Impact.
Johnny Impact.
Pick a fucking name, bro.
Think about it, see if he went to ROH, it should be Johnny Honor. Or Johnny Ring.
Johnny
You just know he'd have to have a moniker of Onion, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, Johnny's onion rings. Fucking best cheap crisps in the world.
Oh, absolutely. I would eat a Johnny's ring.
I'd say it's a tight race between them and Space Raiders.
Yeah. Space
Transformer snack.
Fuck off.
No, you fuck off.
What, in case you can make a car out of them?
Aye.
To be fair, that is pretty cool.
No, really?
You can make a car out of crisps.
Yeah.
But
what's not cool about that?
To be fair though, I do have to agree with Space Vaders or Raiders, whatever they were called.
Pickled, but it has to be pickled.
Yes, so you just took the words out of my mouth. It has to be the pickled onion ones.
They do.
Although the spicy ones are nice too.
Nah.
So are the saucy barbecue, which is also my favourite flavour of Transformer snack. So
I guess probably your favourite flavour of just about anything.
yeah, it kind of is. Which is weird because I don't like Well, no, I like barbecue flavoured like Walkers because they used to make them and then stopped. And
Barbecue.
Then we became obsessed with them when we were over in America. Like so much that I've been like scouring all of these American websites trying to find barbecue lays. And I finally found them and we had them and never satisfied. But nevertheless, what the fuck were we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
How the fuck did we go to crisps? What did we do?
Ring of Honor, Johnny's Onion Rings.
Yeah. I feel... Yeah, that was it. Thank you. I feel like he would do something stupid like calling himself instead of like Johnny, he'll call himself Johnner. Johnner of the Ring.
Jojo Honor. John Joe.
Oh god.
So Monday Night Raw.
There was oh yeah. So Blackcraft. So yeah, Johnny Blackcraft defended the title against David Starr. The match lasted all of about 10 seconds. Then I think it was like Michael Justice or something like that. It was this guy that they were starting to push in the company. Came out. Doug Bradley was on the stage and he was like, "I want a title match." And Doug Bradley was like, I think it was called The Preacher. He was like, "Over my dead body," and
they killed him.
Justin goes, "Alright then," slits his fucking throat. It's fucking like the lights start flashing red, but then he's like that, and there's blood percussion everywhere. And then he drops in this guy's knee. And so this dude that's paid this money, he's just like and then beats Johnny Mundo in about another like 30-second match to become the last ever Blackcraft champion because they've never had a fucking event since.
Probably because someone died.
They killed someone. No, didn't really kill someone.
And then
Well, I've not seen him in a film since.
Oh, good point actually.
And then just to add the icing on the cake, the lights start coming on and they're starting to file people out of the arena, and then they come in the ring and go, "We promise you a battle royal, so you're gonna get it." So about 80 people just jump in the ring and they just start fighting, and then there's like security like for ushering people out, and they're like, "Fuck off, there's a match happening," and the people are just getting thrown left and right. It's like about a 3-minute battle royal, and then I think like Just Incredible comes in and just throws a trash can in the ring and it bounces somebody in the fucking head. I love Blackcraft.
Man, that one might be worth watching.
I think, you know what, like, it'll only take, like, fucking maybe 2 episodes. We should just watch all of it and then review it.
No, I wouldn't even review it, just watch it, because you've technically just reviewed it.
Yeah.
In its entirety.
Oh, yeah, and actually there was
I just kind of want to see Doug Bradley getting killed.
There was a Saraya Knight versus Maria Manic match or something for the Blackcraft women's title that lasted all of 20 seconds as well, because like they locked up, Saraya Knight went outside, Maria chased her around the ring, and then at 9, you know, the fucking wrestling game rules, Saraya slid in the ring and Maria kicked out.
Well, she goes out with Teddy Hart, so I wouldn't say she's making the best decisions in life at the minute.
Well, I think the Maniac moniker definitely applies.
I love how you're just swinging that vodka about as you're...
I know, he's sitting there like he's a fucking connoisseur.
I know.
I'm surprised he's not sitting actually holding it like in between his fingers. Like, and he's, you know, smelling the aromas. I'm getting a whiff of mahogany and I can smell the tree where the orange came from.
I'm getting a whiff of alcohol and regrets.
I'm getting a whiff of an excellent episode up and coming. Oh wait, we've been recording this whole time? Shit.
We're actually 20 minutes in and we've only mentioned Raw.
Yeah, well, technically for the past like 10 minutes we have been talking about wrestling, so that's not too bad.
Suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, Monday Night Raw.
There's literally been episodes where we've went like about 30 minutes, but it's like, we should probably talk about some wrestling.
Talking about dicks.
So, yeah, we're going to drib and drab Raw. So let's fucking do it. Let's get these fucking notes up because I'm a notes taker now. Yes.
Note guy.
Shock horror. All these other episodes have just been...
On the fly.
Yeah, pretty much. So, let's go to talk about the Hurt Business, just in general, because now Cedric is an official member and there's not any... He's also in the Titantron, so, you know, that's pretty official.
Yep.
Right there.
Is Shelton not still a wee bit dubious?
No, I think they've kind of dropped that now.
Right.
Because he was last week, but now it's quite official now. They seem to be a clique.
Official Hurt Business.
Yep. Official Hurt.
Seriously? You're just going to lay me hanging here?
Because I don't want to get fucking sued. You want to get sued?
See, the fact that we've been doing this podcast as long as we have and we've not been sued yet, I think we're pretty much bulletproof.
Do the under. That's the safe one. You start and then you go.
Oh man, that was vodka at the bottom of that. So yep, the Hurt Business, like, they were quite an integral part of the most recent episode of Raw because they kind of essentially called out Retribution, and then the faction or the group known as Retribution. I beg your pardon.
Bulk.
I'm just enjoying watching Chris suffer.
I know.
Right now.
Every time I say that, I just see like more light leave from those eyes. It's like, oh. So they pretty much that was the story arc of this episode. Was they were like, no, you need to do something about Retribution, and Pierce was like, I'm glad that you are stepping up, and they're like, we didn't say we were going to do that. It's like, all right, well, you know, do what you do. So we'll get back to them later because Cedric had a match against Ricochet, which he soundly won with the lumbar check, which I remember the name of. that was an old thing that I could not remember his fucking name of his finisher. And Ricochet, you know, like, it was kind of like he got hit with the lumbar check, and then Ricochet was like, I have to go now. My planet needs me. Because fucking dude sailed, man. But that was that. We'll get on to Asuka versus Mickie James for the women's title.
Controversy!
Raw in your face.
Well, like I pointed out earlier on, I think they had a very obvious way out that I think they've kind of fucked up. Because that camera angle does look like Mickie was tapping.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, maybe once, but you need to do it.
Yeah, it looked like she just kind of planted her hand, but
Yeah,
you could have claimed that. Yeah,
Yeah, but the referee can say, oh no, it was more than once. I thought she was tapping, that's why I called for the bell.
yeah. But no, I mean,
There's a way out if you're a manager. See if your guy's got
My
some sort of
client?
submission. See if you just tap them out 3 times. Like, just go. The referee will think, oh, somebody tapped, winner.
Yeah. I'm sure it's probably been done before.
that's so TNA of you. Remember that one time where fucking Eric God damn it, man. Why is all this stupid shit coming to me today, man? Like, the one time where Sting was in a world title match. I think it was against... It was against a heel, so it couldn't have been RVD. But anyway, Sting was in a... Might have been.
It's not the infamous.
No.
Well, then.
Sting was in a world title match. Eric Bischoff came at ringside. Sting hit a big move and then went for the cover, and then the ref went 1, and then Eric Bischoff slid in and went 2, and then the ref went out, and then the ref went 2, and then Sting got up off the cover because he's like, I heard a 3 count.
Was it Anderson?
This is going to piss me off now.
To be fair, that's pretty clever.
That was good.
It was kind of clever, but
now you said that, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was on a pay-per-view.
It was a pay-per-view main event where that happened, and then Sting got up and was like, yes, I'm the world champion. The ref's like, I only counted 2. It's like, no you didn't. It's like, yeah I did. It's like, no you didn't. Don't know why you got really Scottish there, but
No, you didn't, pal.
no you didn't.
I'll be the judge of your count, you prick.
Yeah, fucking dick. Fucking
Yeah.
what?
Count that.
Fucking wallop, or I'll give you 3. So the ending of the match came where Asuka had Mickey in the Asuka lock. Mickey kind of flipped over, and it looked like she was trying to get a pin, and then the ref was just like, "Oh, ring the bell," and then like. The match continued for like a couple of seconds because Mickey flipped back over and then Asuka locked in like the kind of like crucifix thing, and then Mickey stopped selling because she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Aye.
To the referee, like, she was like, "Eh."
She tweeted a picture of that just after it, like a screenshot, or basically going like, "The fuck," and the caption on it was, "No, not like this." I was like, so at least
not this way.
Not that was it. Sorry, not this way. Yeah, that was it. But it's good to say she's at least embracing it.
It's a callback to like WrestleMania 17. Not this way, not this way.
Yeah.
For us to build the Gilly turn.
But the thing is though, like fucking, what did they do? Like, how did they fix it now? Like, because they've...
Like WWE normally does with shit like this, I think they're just going to sweep it under the rug.
They're definitely going to sweep it. Well, they've already set up Asuka's next feud.
With Zelina.
Yeah, so I can't see them...
After the match, she came out and basically went, "I'm fed up managing people. Time I started managing me." Kaboom, slapped her in the face, saying she wanted the belt.
Yeah, she's ready for the belt.
She's ready.
And we were talking about it at the time, but I fucking love, like, as you were saying, when our New York accent comes through. It just makes me giggle so much. Which is like, you're telling everybody and your mother.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Apologies to anyone listening in New York for my horrendous impression.
Someone get me a bagel! I'm walking here! Where's the taxi cab?
Off the sidewalk!
Sidewalk.
Insert unfortunate joke here.
Oh dear. Dare I even ask?
No.
Okay. So, we'll quickly move on to the cage match for Dominique and Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Aye. I really thought Dominic was going to win this one.
He shouldn't though, because think about it, it's like his 5th or 6th match and he's beat a former Universal Champion.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I think he had to win it clean. Like,
Yeah.
even if he won it based on Murphy's mishap.
And then also the way that you could have slung it is, he climbed out the cage, so he didn't need to pin Rollins, so, like, that would have been completely fine. Like, I genuinely thought that this was the whole reason that they put this match together, is to finally give Dominic a win, because Seth has beat him twice before, beat him at SummerSlam, then beat him in that kind of tournament to crown a #1 contender. So I thought, like, maybe this was the time that we're going to give Dominic, like, a win back by not having him pin Rollins, but it didn't happen.
Surely the feud has to be done now.
Don't call me Shirley.
I mean, baby sister Mysterio.
Yeah,
let's get to that
true.
part.
That's true. So at the end of the match, and then-
Rollins says to Angie, I hope she ends up better than that one.
yeah, but the thing is though, it's kind of a backhanded compliment though, because he says to Angie, "You did a good job," as in fucking he fights for the family.
Yeah.
But I hope she turns out better.
I suppose.
Which could then also maybe be like what I was saying. I think she's going to join Seth because they could then also maybe be these try to corrupt her.
Yeah.
By saying like, "You guys don't get it." Maybe she will.
Cult leaders do love young girls.
They do indeed. They do
Not
indeed.
too young.
Speaking of cults, happening in.
Yes, we do.
Now available on Apple Podcasts
And
other
everyone
podcast
else should get
places.
podcasts. We are on Spotify, but for some reason we don't come up when you search. It's really strange.
No.
So I'm going to post a Spotify link on the Facebook page for it, so people can find it on Spotify. But for some reason, search it on Spotify, we don't come up. Don't know why.
Your mother.
Yeah, we had a couple of episodes come out over the past couple of days, and some of them, one of them specifically, our first interview episode, has gained a lot of traction.
I've not even looked at the figures, but yeah, our first interview with Alex Torrens from Ghost Hunter Scotland was quite good. Yep. We've got another 2 interview ones lined up as well.
Yeah.
Well, one, possibly 2.
Yes, possibly 2. Well, we'll see how shit goes. Yes, you're right. I cannot find a happening in.
Strange.
Yeah.
But see, like, the weird thing is, see if I log on to like Spotify for podcasters, there's a link there. And I click the link, it takes me to it. But it doesn't find it in the search. It's so strange. But we are on Spotify. I'll get a link out there somehow.
Oh, you trying to give me kisses, aren't you?
Yeah,
Talking to the cat, by the way.
The podcast is in full effect right here, right now.
He's on my lap.
Right, so yeah, as you kind of mentioned, at the end of the match, Rollins pins Dominic again, and then, but during the match is kind of where this. In fact, you know what? It's even more before that. Before the match, backstage, Rollins and Murphy had a conversation where Rollins says, "I'm going out there on my own. Don't come out. I'm doing this thing on my own," and bitch slapped the fuck out of Murphy. Murphy really took a beating in this episode. I felt bad for him. I would have probably given him a wee pat in the back after the shit that he went through. Sip of vodka for the working man.
Not today.
No, it is today.
No, you're not working today.
Yes.
Working tomorrow though, which may be an issue.
Exactly. So during the match, as predicted, Murphy came out, and then there was the spot where Murphy accidentally hit Rollins in the face with the steel cage door, and that led to, after the match, when Rollins won, he came out, started hugging Murphy, and was like, "Yes, we did it," and then turned on him, like absolutely beat the fuck out of him, threw the steel door in his face, and then started screaming like, "Oh, how does that feel? How does that feel? I know, because you just done that to me." And it was like, that was like quite nice. I really hope that wasn't scripted and that was just kind of off the dome, yeah, because it worked. Like, so Rollins leaves. That's when you said that he kind of says to Mama Mysterio, to use her full name, that hope you done better with this one.
Mama Mysterio.
Mama Mysterio.
Yeah, I think she is going to join Rollins.
So then, yeah.
Something smells fishy, and I don't think it's the cat's food.
Indeed. Hello, cat. Hello, kitty.
Can you get your butt out the way of the microphone, Mr. Cat?
Let's hope there's no cat queefs.
See if he farts right now, that would be hilarious.
Right, he's out the way now.
There we go.
Kitty queefs.
Yeah, so that's the part where the Mysterio family go in the ring to console Dominic, but on the way past, Sister Mysterio, to use her full name, kind of pats Murphy on the shoulder like, it's okay. So we move on. So Braun Strowman has now joined the Raw Underground, and pretty much just beat the shit out of a whole bunch of people. And then Dabba-Kato stepped up, but Shane says, no. This is going to happen next week. Let's get some fucking promotion for this bitch.
Yeah.
So two big beefy boys beefing beef.
Slapping man meat.
That's going to happen next week. Then let's talk about Kevin Owens versus Aleister Black.
Teacher, Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Never was decided that he's teacher.
Yeah, I think we spent more time trying to read what was on his new clothes, his new ring gear.
Yeah, he's wearing tights now.
Yeah, I feel as if Aleister Black should have won this match.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not.
The thing was the ending to the match was
story to tell.
The end of, yeah, exactly. We could just
send them off the edge even more.
Yeah, exactly.
He got distracted by the lights flickering, and Kevin Owens took advantage of it.
It's Kevin Owens' retribution.
Ooh,
could he be?
Jinx.
Right, you're really liking this glass, aren't you?
So, yeah, well, like, that's also the thing. At the start of the match, Aleister Black jumped Kevin Owens. So this kind of leads me to believe that I think his theme song is gone. I think he's getting a new theme.
But his theme works for both.
Yeah, I think his theme works just fine.
It's like, no man is ever truly good, no man is ever truly evil.
Yeah, like I think it works both ways.
I mean, it does, but I don't know. It's just
It's also not a CFO dollar sign tune.
I don't know, it's Code Orange.
What is that? Oh no.
I don't think it's Code Orange.
No, they covered it for that thing, but that was not them that done that. I don't think.
No, it's one of his pals bands that done it. He wrote the lyrics.
Huh.
Look it up. It's
Yeah,
fact.
I'm in the middle of doing it.
So you're on a fact hunt?
I'm on a fact hunt.
Fat hunt?
Fact hunt.
Fact. Sorry.
Thought you called me a fat cunt.
I'd just call you a cunt. Why would I bring your weight in here?
I know. You're not like that. You're nice.
You fat cunt.
Okay, well, single by WWE CFO dollar sign, but it does say Root of All Evil, Aleister Black, featuring Incendiary? Incendiary? The fuck would you pronounce that word?
Incendiary?
Incendiary, yeah.
Incendiary? Yeah, that sounds like kind of a gothic.
But he also wrote the lyrics for it, so I think that him and the band probably have the rights to it.
Yeah, and then maybe TFO just kind of helped with the production of it.
Yeah.
So, like, what we kind of thinking about this new Aleister Black heel turn and the new character?
I don't think we've seen it fully developed yet.
Yeah, I think there's more to come.
Yeah, like we've
But
not
definitely
seen it
this feud's not over.
Yeah, 100%. I'll reserve judgment on it until we get the full picture.
It's just weird seeing him wearing leggings.
I know, that was weird.
I'm used to seeing him in his wee Speedos. Like, I know they're not Speedos, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, they were quite small.
Yeah. Well, not tighty whiteys, more like tighty blackies.
Hey.
Because his name's Aleister Black. They didn't even mean that. Yeah, so we'll reserve judgment, but I don't know. I can't help but feel as if maybe that theme song may be gone. Definitely that entrance is gone.
The entrance, yeah, because the entrance is too facey.
Yeah, it's too dramatic, and
Yeah.
this kind of new sort of gimmick that he has is definitely a lot more serious.
Yeah.
Unless it comes up with something fancier, but more sort of maybe pretentious and evil.
If it came up to like Pyro, kind of like Gangrel, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. And that would be hella awesome with the
He brings back the
theme
Brits.
music.
What? The new bread.
The new bread. I would be up for him putting together like a stable and to the same idea as the Brood. Like, yeah, I'd be up for that.
Okay.
Or
Who the fuck did you put in that? Nail, go.
I don't know.
I'd split up
You'd
Liv
snack.
Morgan and Ruby Riott and pick Liv Morgan. It'd be like the female of the group.
Okay.
Then I would also do. Are we just working off Raw roster here, or is it open game?
Fuck it.
It's open game.
Yeah, let's open game.
There is a draft coming up. So.
Right.
You could just do
his enforcer could be
you could do some
Damien Priest.
call-ups. Ooh.
So that's right. So I'll try and pick one from SmackDown now to sort of like level it out evenly. SmackDown, who's a big baddie, or who could be a big baddie?
Tucker.
I don't know.
He's big. He can be bad.
No, because we've got our big guy in Damien Priest, and we've got our chick.
Yeah, but Priest and Tucker as like the big dominant tag team champions.
We'll just have AOP there if that's what you want.
No, they're fired.
Well, I'll bring them back.
Don't-
I'm the writer here. Do you know what? I'd actually be quite happy with just Aleister Black, Damien Priest, and Liv Morgan.
If Liv Morgan dyes her hair black though.
No, she can be blonde. Because, I mean, Scarlett, she's blonde and she's quite
Well,
fucking fierce.
you've got one in mind.
Carrie
I would
Cross.
put Carrie Cross with
The
him.
Carrie Cross would need to be the leader.
See, that would be the only issue.
There'd be a power
But-
struggle there between the two.
That would be
that
cool.
would still work though.
Or
Like, if there is like a power struggle between the two.
Now I want Aleister Black versus Carrie Cross.
Oh, you're gonna need.
I would put Carrie Cross with him, obviously with Scarlett, and Yeah, I'd probably go Damien Priest as well.
I like that idea. It seems like a good.
And like the whole thing can be though that there's no one leader. We're all in this together. But then they all like kind of like there's no leader when they're together, but they all like think
one might say
there's no
I'm technically
there's no leader,
though.
but like
Yeah, it's technically me. Like,
yeah.
One might even call them a nightmare collective.
No, they wouldn't. I don't think anybody would call them that.
no, definitely not. No.
However, I do think a heel Shotzi Blackheart for the women.
Yeah, okay. That would work. Even freaking Io would work.
Ooh.
Well, she's had evil in her.
Oh!
We have a winner!
Oh, hell yeah. That is a fist bump moment right there. That was fucking awesome. She does have a little evil in her.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's...
Deep cut.
I'm actually lost for words as how good that
No,
was.
that may have been the greatest joke that's ever been recorded in the history of this podcast.
Fuck you, Simpsons!
Hey, let's move on.
God damn it. Yeah, so the lights flicker. That distracts Aleister Black. Boom. Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens wins. And then they're like, oh, it's that damn group known as Retribution.
Just sorry to finish the point I'd started before we went in that tangent. I'd have done it the other way. I'd had Kevin Owens get distracted and then just turn straight into a black mass.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I think that would have been the right way to go. Obviously, this feud isn't over, so we'll see what kind of comes of it.
yeah.
So, the next kind of part of what I talk about is the Drew versus Keith Lee kind of storyline that went throughout the episode. Because it kind of started with, okay, you two are going to wrestle tonight, and they're like, alright, pally a little bit. And then, like, the kind of caveat of this was, they said that, I don't think Randy Orton's going to be ready for Night of Champions. So, Keith, if you manage to beat Drew tonight, you might take his spot at Night of Champions.
Well, you will take his spot if he can.
You will. Sorry, you will.
If he can't make it.
Well, you might if... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You will take his spot if he can't make it because of his potential injury, because of all the claimers. And at the beginning of the show, Drew announced that, like, yeah, this is going to be an ambulance match between him and potentially Orton. So this got things a little more heated backstage, and then it got to a point where the two of them just started brawling. They started brawling, and they got broken up. Then, like, we kind of, you know, we done some other stuff, and then we came back, and then Lee jumped fucking Drew McIntyre again.
Yeah.
And then the two of them went at it again until Pierce came up and was like, right, okay, chill out. If you don't stop right now, you're not going to be, like, this match is going to be cancelled, which means you will not get your opportunity to potentially be in the WWE title match. So Keith Lee's like, alright, back off.
I'm sorry, WWE official Adam Pearce.
So he was like, I'm sorry, Scrap Daddy. So they held off to the match. The match was the main event, and it was once again interrupted by Retribution. I do like how the screens of all the Thunderdome kind of go black, and then the Retribution scrolls across them, though. I quite like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
something that's going to go away, though, which
Yeah.
is annoying. I was just thinking, though, like, we were talking about Aleister Black. What about if it was him that suddenly did a Retribution?
Well, that's the thing, to be honest, like...
Why would they fuck himself?
for
Right,
the...
Eddie.
Fucking wrestling, that's why.
That's the one loophole in it, but it would kind of work, because remember, like, the whole thing you used to do in Legion, like, we are Legion and we are many, like, that whole, all the other guys that just appear,
Yeah.
like, that would kind of work. And then also, he does have a gripe with WWE.
Should we maybe explain Legion to people that might not?
I think you have done before.
Yeah, I think we've spoken about
So
Legion before.
Legion, in a nutshell, was like, it was a faction in progress. People came in masks and attacked people.
Oh no!
Legion was ICW.
Legion was ICW. That was
sorry. I completely fucking.
Tommy ending.
I completely whiffed that.
Whiplash.
What was the fucking progress thing?
Faceless.
Faceless. I beg your absolute pudding right
Yeah.
there. I was thinking about that the whole time because you've explained that before.
Yeah.
We have not explained Legion, so
Because Aleister Black feuded with him in Progress rather than teamed with him.
Yeah.
so explain Legion. I beg your absolute pudding on that one.
Yeah, so Legion were just a faction in ICW and other promotions
Vagina.
of Tommy End, who is now obviously Aleister Black, Michael Dante, Mikey Whiplash, and Chris Renfrew for a while as well.
Yeah, he was kind of brainwashed. by
Yeah,
them.
into joining them. But they did do lots of things like that where like they had loads of people running in and fucking masks and shit. So
But to be fair, that Renfrew joined during the bit where Aleister Black wasn't there.
yeah, I think he
Yeah,
left for
he moved
WWE at
on.
that point. Yeah,
And then Evil
Renfrew.
joined as well.
yeah, Renfrew basically replaced him.
I miss Evil. She was awesome.
Yes, she is awesome. Not was. She's not gone.
No, what?
like,
Yeah,
she's still
around.
in wrestling.
She said she was leaving it, but I think it was because of her injury that she had.
Or did she?
Yeah, one of the last fight clubs before lockdown. She was wrestling Isla Dawn at the Square Go, and I think she suffered an injury. And
So is it storyline leaving to recover or?
No, this looked legit.
Oh dear. Do you know what it was?
I think it was her knee or her leg.
I mean,
I'd need. Well, Fight Club.
I don't mean the injury was storyline. I mean,
Oh.
was it storyline? She says I'm quitting wrestling because she's
Yeah,
injured.
No,
so like
said
write
I'm
herself
gonna-
off.
No,
like,
she said she was going away. But she never said I'll be back or anything.
yeah.
Because everybody would say, "Oh, thank you, Evil."
I think she, I don't know. I
In a sense,
can't comment on
And
that.
just the
wasn't
way
it?
that she,
Oh, that
you know,
was
on so-
storyline-y.
and after that on social media, she didn't really mention wrestling that much.
Well, I mean, like then lockdown happened, so it's not really. You can't really mention a lot about storylines and shit. If
Well,
you're,
It was like 2 months.
Well,
before
she won't be back in ICW anyway if she does come back. Given some of the things that she said about being forced to do matches she didn't want to do, like the hardcore stuff and all that. Apparently she didn't want to do any of that.
wow.
That was during the whole speaking out thing.
Yeah. So the Drew versus Lee match when it happened, it didn't end because Retribution came in, they attacked, and then the Hurt Business came for the save. And the night ended with Drew and Keith Lee both doing double dives over the top rope on top of everybody, which is interesting, like when you think about it, because it's like they didn't care that the Hurt Business essentially came and backed them up, but then Drew and Lee, you know, went over the top and took them out as well as Retribution. So this could be maybe something for next week where the Hurt Business were like, you know, what the fuck, we were trying to back you up against Retribution and you do that to us.
They weren't really trying to back them up though. They're trying to earn their paycheck.
Yeah, they were kind of
Taking out
they were kind of
Retribution.
doing their own thing, but
Like
you,
it's
you know, you could swing that way though. Of like we were trying to back you up, and Drew would be like, "No, you bloody weren't."
It was a bit like the Retribution had a bounty on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our business were there to collect.
aye. Yeah, basically. That's how you do that.
Which
So,
team was that?
Huh?
Oh, it's Leo Rush.
I came to collect.
I came to collect.
so what's next chronologically then? Are we going to go away?
I remember when we seen 205 Live and that taping in SmackDown, and I think I was like one of the only people that clearly watched 205 Live.
Yeah, because there's half the audience not leave after SmackDown.
Half the audience wasn't fucking there for SmackDown.
No.
Yeah, seeing Raw and then seeing SmackDown the next night was a fucking, you know.
See when we went.
Nuts.
See, I was at SmackDown in Orlando. We'd like also stayed in International Drive, and it's quite a trek.
International.
It's quite a trek into like downtown Orlando to go to the arena. So like the hotel that we were at had put on a bus for people that were staying, like to bus them in for all the shows and then bus them back to the hotel afterwards. It was fucking pretty handy.
That, yeah.
But the bus was going to leave straight after SmackDown, and I wasn't going to stay for 205. And everybody, I was like, what's the point? Like, why you fucking come all this way to go to a wrestling show and then leave before it finishes?
I know.
And plus, was that not the show, the SmackDown, that Nakamura debuted?
Yeah,
and he was
that's
having his dark match.
That's exactly what I'm about to get to.
Shin versus Rude, wasn't it?
No, Dolph.
Because that was his first feud.
But basically, fucking, they changed, like, the whole bus got changed after that. But it's like, I don't understand why, because like me and Eddie had decided we were just going to get the bus there and then just get an Uber back. Because like, what's the point in leaving an hour before the show finishes? Technically,
I know. And
do you know what I
then
mean?
then it gets announced that Naka's going to have his first match.
Yeah,
Unofficially.
Yeah, it's a dark match, but like, you know, it's like it keep fans around because, like, you know, stay for 205 Live. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think that we did talk about this on the podcast at the time. And I kind of equated it to the equivalent of, you know, ordering a steak and then them coming with a plate of chips and you being like, I didn't ask for those. I was like, you know, you're getting chips for your fucking steak, like,
yeah.
Fuck, like,
Take it.
Yeah, take it, man. Like, Jesus, like, you may not want them, but you know what? Free chips. Like, fuck, you're gonna get another couple of matches. Oh no, more matches. You claim that you're
a bitch.
You claim that you're a fucking fan of wrestling, but you're like, no, I'm gonna leave now. It's like, but the show's not done yet.
Yeah, I know. I just couldn't get my head around it, man. I'm like, what's the point?
Like, that SmackDown show we went to, we got SmackDown, we got 205 Live, and then we got fucking Mixed Match Challenge and a dark match.
Yeah.
You went to see Mixed Match Challenge as well?
Yeah, we got R-Truth and Carmella were in action, and I think it was like one of the only people that knew that the dance break was coming. And then everyone else is like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, it's the dance break? Do you not watch Mixed Match Challenge on YouTube? Sorry, Facebook?
Facebook Watch.
Yeah.
Which wasn't available in the UK.
To be fair though, see that SmackDown? That was a SmackDown where Nikki Cross debuted.
And
yeah.
I went to pee, and you were like, bring back beer. And then I came back, and Nikki was just in the ring. I was like, are you fucking serious?
Is that the one where Sanity brought her in?
Yeah.
And then she went away again and then came back separately?
Yeah. But like, he was standing in the queue for beer, and then he just heard Sanity's music hit, so he just thought it was the next segment, like it was a tag match or something.
And I came back, and Nikki was wrestling.
Are you fucking serious?
One of the very few times you probably heard Sanity's music on SmackDown.
Aye. Normally, already in the ring, Sanity. Yeah.
No, to be fair, you probably always heard it in the arena.
Bro, aye.
We're on television.
Yeah, I know, but this was in the arena.
But, nevertheless, so next, chronologically, we have AEW Dark. We are not going to run down the whole thing, just the one match that fucking mattered, which was Peter Avalon, the Librarian, against Brandon Cutler. The race to the bottom, as they're dubbing it. Both of these two are winless, with a 0-25 and a 0-26 record. I believe it's Avalon that's 0-26 and Cutler is 0-25. So technically,
So now it's 0-20 something and 1.
Yes, because I mean it was a pretty decent match. It was like an 8-ish minute match, and it ended with both of them were on the top rope. They kind of both punched each other at the same time, fell out the ring, and then they just started to scramble, trying to get in the ring. They both cost each other, double count out, and this, they were both completely frustrated with the fact that both of them have technically lost that match. And then the ref was just like, it was a 10 count. The ref just kind of like, was like, right, fuck this, I'm finished. Like, match is over, I'm out of here. And then Leva Bates was like kind of trying to console both of them, and then both of them walked away from her, and she looked dejected.
I think she's the main story behind this feud. Looking at that match, because during the match when they were outside, Peter Avalon sort of pushed her away.
And then Brandon Cutler.
And then Brandon Cutler sort of checked on her, said, "You okay?" Then Tope Suicida.
If this means that we get to see more of Leva Bates wrestling,
I'm all for it.
I'm totally all for it. Yeah.
Get her in actual fucking women's matches. You have a fucking good women's wrestler. and you're not really using her.
Especially in a division that's kind of struggling just now.
That has a sort of minimum amount of women in it, where they're actually having to get people from other companies
I was about to say,
come in.
when they have to bring in a champion for another company in order to have some sort of secondary main event female wrestler, then yeah, fucking get her away for the librarian, get Leva
Yeah.
Bates.
Oh, yeah.
back, like,
We'll get into that match in a bit.
Do the HR thing, promote from within.
exactly.
See, I've done all my HR stuff now. I've done that one course.
But the thing with this, in my opinion, is I think this is going to go on for another couple of weeks. I reckon there's going to be a point where, right, so we've had the double count out.
We're going to get a double DQ.
We're going to get a double DQ. Then we're going to get, I think we're going to do the spot of superplex off the top rope. Both of them tie their legs together. 1, 2, 3, and then both of them get up and start celebrating. Like, I've done it! I've done it! And then they turn around and look at each other like, why are you celebrating? It's like, because I pinned you? It's like, no, I pinned you.
Why? But I still don't say, like, it's been done many times before, but I still don't get why the referee counts if everyone's shoulders are on the mat. Why? Should it not be just null and void?
Yeah, so the referee should just be like, no, stop.
No,
I'm not counting because
still
everyone's
a pin.
shoulders are on the ground.
Unless they do the classic, the referee gets knocked out, the other referee comes in, and the two referees are counting the other guy. And it's
Or,
like,
no,
after
no,
it happens,
no,
they're
no,
like,
no,
oh shit.
no. That's what you do for the double submission, which is going to be the next
Don't you
one.
think it's just going to be draws, and then they'll finally go, so what's on Dark going to have like a fucking cage match or a last man standing match? Or...
Yeah, it's going to build to like, okay,
Because
we clearly can't beat each other, so we need to have a match that's a definitive. And like, yeah, maybe something like last man standing, where it's like, do a last man standing match and then they both don't get up.
Oh, sorry, broken rules.
Yes.
But I'm all for a cage match because I do like the Dynamite cage.
Dynamite Cage is awesome. And then also, if this continues on Dark, because it started on Dark, and as I said while we were watching the match, it should end on Dark. But you build up Dark to have a fucking cage match.
Or they could
Ratings.
no, they should bring in their version of the 3 stages of hell to like finish it, because it's then basically 2 out of 3 falls.
So could that
So
be
there
Abaddon?
has to be a winner.
That could be Abaddon rules.
Abaddon rules, yes, it could be.
I love Abaddon. She's fucking awesome.
Cleek, 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 cleek.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm genuinely interested to see, like, because you asked earlier there, so, you know, 300, nearly 350,000 people watched the last episode of Dark.
So far.
So, not that. That is reasonable.
Good viewership.
Yeah.
For
Well, it's what almost half the Dynamite viewership, roughly.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty good going.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you book these two in a fucking steel cage match, I reckon you'd probably get 500,000.
That's the thing,
People.
The only people that will know about the cage that happened on Dark is the people that already watch Dark. You would need to advertise it during Dynamite.
That's what I'm saying.
So you would need to bring the feud up to Dynamite for maybe a week or 2 weeks for it to pan out the way you want it.
I don't think you need it on Dynamite. I think like you could do skits.
I meant for advertising.
Yeah, no, like
So
yeah, like,
acknowledge the feud on Dynamite.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, they would just need to do something like, if you're not watching Dark, you're missing this feud. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
And they're going to settle it next week on Dark inside a steel cage.
Yeah,
Whatever, do you know what I mean?
yeah, just do a VT on it. Like just be like, oh, like Brandon Cutler's like, oh, I'm not the worst wrestler, but. Like I am not the worst wrestler in Dark, and then it cuts to Peter Avalon. I'm not the worst wrestler on AEW, and then it just kind of builds. It's like we've been trying for so long. We've done everything. We've wrestled everybody. We've lost. We tried to start a tag team. We've lost. We've wrestled each other. We've both lost. This is it. There's no going back. One of us is going to leave that steel cage a winner, and then they climb out the steel cage at the same time.
Is there a match that they... I think the only match that they... Is there a match that they could do where it doesn't end in a fucking draw? Where there is a definitive winner?
Yeah, because every time you promise stipulation is like, they could do that at the same time.
I think the only one that they could have a definitive winner on is probably Lights Out.
Yeah. No DQ, no count out, falls count anywhere.
And then you'd probably end up with like the classic arm over each other.
Well, then
false count anywhere, and it doesn't end, and it just keeps lasting. So like, it starts on dark, they disappear, and they're like, well, they're away.
So it goes to Renfrew and Joe, Renfrew and Joe Hendry.
And then like they start wrestling throughout an episode of Dynamite where they just start fighting on the ramp during another match, and then they disappear again. And it just keeps going.
They could work the match all the way to Full Gear where they actually get the winner.
And then finally, like, it just gets to Full Gear, and like, the following contest is for the AEW World Championship, and then the two of them start fighting out on the ramp, and then they get in the ring, and then finally one of them gets the pinfall, and it's like, that's your semi-main event. It's like a Falls Count Anywhere match that's lasted for like
3 weeks,
a month.
Yeah.
Because it's a stupid, like, gimmicky, dark feud. Why don't you do something stupid and like that? That would be hilarious.
I quite like that idea, actually, having them fight all the way to Full Gear and sort of
Like, you could even
weasel their way onto the card.
You could even do shit like having them post like fucking Instagram videos or something like that. Like Peter Avalon's like just has Leva like holding the camera, like the fucking phone camera's like, right, okay, I've got a duplicate card of Brandon Cutler's hotel room. Beep. And then he tries to pin him while he's asleep, and he's like kicks out. They start fighting.
It sounds as though a lot of this could be done on BTE.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be perfect for it as well. And then it just keeps going. But like they do all these stipulation matches that end with both of them losing.
Or both of them winning, depending on how you look at it.
I mean, technically.
No, because if there's two winners, there's
just a draw.
not a winner.
Yeah.
So they're both losers!
Loser! Oh, loser! Fucking John Cena.
Yeah. Anyway,
John Cena never got that win back on Big Johnny.
Well, technically he did when he cost him his job.
Yeah, but that's not a win. So that was Tuesday, so let's move on to Wednesday, the big wrestle week. Big Sneeze is coming.
No, but
Big Sneeze isn't coming.
it was one of the ones where he felt you were going to sneeze and then it just...
yeah, I hate those, because you know the sneeze is coming later.
Aye.
I can feel it in my eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then it goes from your eye to like there in your nose, and you're like,
get out of there. Get out of there.
Get out of my head!
Out of your head. Out of my mind. Out of my head.
Warning, if I do sneeze ahead, if I do sneeze in the future, it is very loud. I'm not a quiet sneezer, and it is very high pitch.
You looks like you're not a quiet sleazer either.
Oh.
I know, I don't kiss and tell, I shag and shout.
Bro, oh my god. That fucking segment on SmackDown.
We'll get
see
there.
that.
We'll get there.
I don't know if SmackDown's even worth talking about, to be honest. But okay, like, we'll move on. Anyway, so we'll start with AEW Dynamite, because that was the order that I watched everything. So fuck yous if you watched Dynamite.
No, on a wedding, if both are on a Wednesday, Dynamite is the one I watch first.
Yeah, always. We had this conversation before, I think.
Yeah.
I'm usually always Dynamite first. Hence why, full disclosure, I didn't get to see NXT this week. I just watched highlights. Purely because I had a choice this week. I didn't have time to watch both. So I'm like, NXT or Dynamite? And I'm like, Dynamite. Which, to be fair though, I think they were both pretty...
Dynamite was a hell of a lot better than NXT was.
I think the only reason Dynamite was better than NXT this week is because of the one match.
Yeah.
The main event at Dynamite.
The Uno main event.
Yeah, main event was fucking cracking on Dynamite. We'll get to NXT. I just watched highlights, but a couple of the matches in NXT looked shit hot based on the highlights. Most of the highlights are just showing you
that's what editing can do.
Aye.
See, if we actually edited, we could be the best fucking podcast in the world.
That takes effort.
I know. Like, I prefer the guerrilla approach of just recording whatever the fuck we're talking about and then just be like, there, have that. Enjoy.
I spend enough time having to edit these car crash episodes that are happening. I just allow this podcast to be the car crash that it is.
But we know it's a car crash going in. That's what makes it funny.
Car crash.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. Like, there's too many serious wrestling podcasts out there. It's like, oh, I thought that this was fucking good. And it's like, yeah, but with us, it's like, remember that thing from 5 years ago where this happened? And then we do that for 20 minutes.
Yep. So, AEW, let's get to the meat and totties of it.
The meat and two veg of it.
Oh, here comes the dicks! The dicks from TNA?
The Johnsons.
The Johnsons got...
The
dicks were in...
SmackDown.
No, they weren't even fucking SmackDown. They were in Velocity.
Ah, well, that was a SmackDown show.
I know, but like, I think they had like 2 matches in fucking SmackDown. Like, it was like the dicks and the heartthrobs were like...
I loved the heartthrobs!
Yeah. Like, the heartthrobs were definitely better.
But the Johnsons, they used to wear like flesh-coloured morph suits.
Yeah, full body
And
suits.
they were like 2 like big, massive fucking buff dudes.
It was Gemini.
Was it Gemini?
Yeah. Or the Sheen twins, whatever.
And they were managed by
Plumtree.
Mortimer Plumtree.
Mortimer Plumtree.
I was about to say Crabtree.
Fun fact. And
It's Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
in the XWF, the Sheen twins hold a pinfall victory over the Legion of Doom. So Gemini have pinned the Legion of Doom.
Oh, well, so fucking what? So have the New Age Outlaws, so have the Godwins, the Nation of Domination, Money Inc.
Okay, you're naming tag teams that people remember.
Who the fuck really remembers the Godwins?
Everybody. Peg and Hog.
They were fucking pinned by...
They were tag team champions.
Was it Too Much they were called at the time?
Yes.
On the fucking...
Scott, Too Hot Taylor, and the other guy.
Too Sexy Brian Christopher.
There we go.
They got pinned on like the pre-show of SummerSlam 98, Highway to Hell, because WWE loves their taglines and
Didn't say Clint Posse were on that show.
not if you watch the WWE Network, they weren't.
That's why I have the VHS release that has them on it.
They're on the Tide Classic as well.
Good stuff. Honestly, I was so fucking mad when I watched like the 99 Rumble when the oddities were in it and they edited out the insane Clown Posse music and I was like, no!
I hate when they edit music out in wrestling.
Yeah.
It still amazes me that Golga was fucking Earthquake.
Yeah.
That just fucking amazes me.
Big Cartman fan. So already in the ring, as we start Dynamite this week, is Jurassic Express. I will be extensively staring at my notes to make sure I get the goddamn name of the tag team right.
Yep.
Then the Young Bucks come out, super kick a referee, and then they go backstage and then throw a wad of cash at Tony Khan.
They're prepaying the fine.
Yeah.
This was Jimmy Havoc's gimmick for a while in Dark because he came out sort of stapling people with a staple gun, funnily enough. No, he just picked the staples out and just jabbed them in people's heads. It was weird. And then he done this awesome thing where like it's like, oh man, you've been fined for doing that. And then I think he went into like Tony Khan's room and then stapled like a check to the wall and was like, oh well, there's the next prepayment for the next one I do. And they're like, are you serious? It's like, oh yeah.
There's a story, I don't know exactly how true it is, but I can believe it. The Rolling Stones were playing at Hampden in Glasgow, and Was it Ronnie Wood? I think it was Ronnie Wood. Ronnie Wood sent his like runner down to Aikenhead Road police station with a cheque for £5,000 to cover his smoking fines for when he was on stage.
That sounds true.
Yeah, I could totally fucking believe it, man.
But I'm totally digging the Bucks going back to their what made them popular in the first place was just not giving a fuck, doing what they wanted, super kicking everyone.
Yeah.
There's been how many fucking super kick parties have we really had since AEW started? Not many.
Yeah.
Bring back the fucking super kick party. Fuck COVID.
So see if they could super kick COVID, that'd be fucking smashing.
Oh fuck, we'd all contribute.
I liked how they mentioned that though, and being the Elite this week as well, when they were like to explain why they super kicked.
Referee.
Not the referee, the backstage
Alex
Marvez.
Oh, let's face it, no one fucking likes him anyway.
I know.
He's not even the fucking best Alex on the roster.
It's because he looks like Paz.
Alex Abrahantes is so much better than him. He's the Spanish commentator that does the sort of future teller on Being the Elite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he also does this the Speaking Spanglish segment with Santana and Ortiz, and occasionally Diamante and Evilise. So much more charismatic.
Yeah, fucking Alex Marvez has got absolutely fucking.
Oh, he's been a fucking wet wipe since fucking Double or Nothing last year.
Yeah. I find him very strange. Like, I'm just like...
He bores me. He's just so boring.
Yeah. He's kind of like the guy in the pub that you just, like, he just walks in and you're like, I'm going to go the opposite direction of him.
It's like, he's the complete, excuse the pun here, polar opposite of Moro Ronaldo.
It's one extreme to the other.
Yes, there's no in between.
Yeah.
You're either, as Griz would put it, Moro, or you're Alex Marvez. Those are the two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's a good way of
for a
putting it, actually.
commentator.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. That's a very good way of putting it. So, the opening match was Jurassic Express.
Against FTR.
Yes. What did you think of it, like in general?
Well, it was... I like FTR as a team. Like, they're a nice fit for AEW because they're not like the other tag teams where they just go balls to the wall and nuts to guts with all the fucking double team moves and breaking all the rules, high spot. They wrestle a good old school tag team match. So it's a nice break and a nice change of pace. And I think working with someone like Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, who are quite like that style, it's nice to see them change up their style and their speeds to go with the format of the match.
Yeah.
So I quite enjoyed it because it was something different from Jungle Express.
Yeah.
Jungle Express.
Still
Jurassic Express. Fuck you, Griz!
That's yeah. I've done it so many times that I've fucking just started making you do it now.
I've not done it yet, but give it time.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you with a fucking anchor.
Hey!
You
With the fucking anchor, we're gonna punch you right in the balls.
Fuck you. You're a fucking wanker.
You're all cunts, so fuck you all. We fucked that up, by the way. We did it all
We got
backwards.
the chorus so
Aye.
back to front and left to right.
Yeah, I mean, like I thought it was a good showing from Jurassic Express. Like mainly because Jungle Boy got so many near falls, he just kept going for any kind of pinning combination that he could get out of this. So, like some of the notes I have kind of include the fact that like Jungle Boy done like the double Hurricanrana, which makes absolutely no sense, and I fucking hate it. And people need to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Because, like, even in the realm of pro wrestling, a Hurricanrana can make sense. A double Hurricanrana cannot make sense.
Because you need to wrap your legs around fucking basically two bodies.
I know that, and especially someone the size of Jungle Boy could not fucking do that.
Yeah.
He couldn't even fucking wrap his legs around me. Never mind fucking two
Girth
off men.
You just want to find out if you can or you can't.
No.
Yeah, you just want him to wrap his legs around you.
He's a very handsome man.
No, not Jungle Boy. If it was the Spanish god, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
Each their own. So Lucha finally got into the match and almost got a pinfall off of a choke slam. There was a double team kick and a knee from Jurassic Express for a close 2 count. There's another close 2 count from a roll through from Jungle Boy. Jungle with a crossbody that got rolled through by Dax. With the rights, 1, 2 count. I had no idea what. Oh yeah, tights. Right, beg your pardon. Yeah,
this is a problem with following notes on your typing rather than writing.
Yeah.
I know, definitely. So Jungle Boy hit a crossbody, and then Dax rolled through, grabbed the tights for the 1, 2. Jungle then countered that, and then he pulled the tights as well, and then Wheeler got in to break up the count. But I would argue that fucking Jungle Boy should have got the 3 count off of that because I think Wheeler was a bit too late on that one. There was another roll up for 2 by Jungle, and then an inside cradle for a very close 2 by Jungle. But the end of the match comes where Jungle Boy does a sunset flip, gets 2, and then Wheeler reverses the momentum as Jungle Boy was pinning Dax Harwood at the time. But Wheeler pushes the momentum over, so Dax is on top and then grabs Dax's hand for the leverage and the cheaty win. And FTR needed to cheat to fucking beat the Jurassic Express.
Yeah. I hope they do more of that cheating.
Yes. If
It's very like Robert was saying. It's very dastardly old school tag team. Like
It's definitely been their best match on Dynamite thus far. Not their best match in AEW, but their best match on Dynamite.
because it's very 80s, and look at their fucking manager, Tully Blanchard. Like it's almost like they're like obviously taking the sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? Like they're clearly listening to Tully Blanchard and the kind of stuff that he's been through. It's like, this is what you do in these kind of situations. This is, and then like, I think what they should do is they should cheat in every match that they do.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Like personally, I don't even think they need Tully Blanchard. Let's face it, they were doing all that shit beforehand. Maybe not in AEW, but
not in AEW. Like when they
I still think it would have been better if it was Arn ended up managing them.
when they came to AEW,
You just fucking like just tells Cody to fuck off because he's not listening to him.
yeah, because for me, Tully's sort of what's the word? Damaged goods in a way because of the pairing with Sean Spears.
yeah. I mean, I would kind of hope that like maybe the association with FTR would kind of bring up Sean Spears' stock like a little bit.
But I don't think we're going to get like maybe further down the line in a couple of months we'll get like a 6-man tag, and it'll be FTR and Sean
Spears against fucking probably
because there hasn't even been any sort of interaction on Dynamite with the 4 of them.
yeah. It's just literally here's FTR with Tully, and then here's Sean Spears with Tully, and it's like
On Dark, two different shows.
on Dark, yeah. Like there's not been any interaction where they've been in the same room. You're right. So backstage, they cut to Matt Hardy, who is on the deck with an injured knee. Jericho comes in and says, "Oh, maybe he needs amputated, and maybe you're not the luckiest person this week." And my question here is, so why the fuck is Matt Hardy there? Because he said last week, "I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna recuperate, and then I'm gonna be back to wrestle for the AEW title."
Because he's mentoring Private Party.
No.
Just because he said he was going home, maybe that just meant he was going home to recover and he'll be back for Dynamite next week, but not wrestling.
I mean, I know the real reason why, but in a kayfabe reason, like, that's dumb.
Because he's employed by the company.
Yeah, but he's injured.
No,
because
he is. There's something fucking wrong with Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
I don't care what he says, where he says, oh, I've not got a concussion. Bull fucking shit.
Other side.
Thank you.
You know it's bad when my cat can fucking open the fridge better than you can?
Shut the fuck up.
Your
cat lives here.
You're less than a cat?
But Matt's got a lot of people believing him on Twitter now, because he posted that me and Jericho, we always haven't we've never always liked each other. Mm-hmm. But tonight I lost all respect for Jericho.
Oh dear.
And a lot of fans were taking it as shit.
Wrestling fans are idiots at times, man.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we move on to Kazarian versus Hangman. And see, at the time when this match started, I was like, this is clearly just a match to get the feud over. Because Kenny Omega was on commentary, and it was announced that originally this was meant to be a tag team match with Kenny and Hangman against Kaz and Scorpio Sky. They said on commentary, which was a nice little thing.
Yeah, but Kenny was like, nah.
No, I don't want to be in a tag team anymore. So
even though they are the number one contenders for the tag titles.
I think Kenny also brought that up as he was like, you know what? See if we end up getting another shot, I'll probably do it. But that's not my main focus right now. He said something along those lines in commentary. If the shot happens and we get another shot, then fine, I'll go for it. But that is not what I'm interested in.
Yeah,
I'm interested in being a singles guy and yada yada. And he kind of implied that during that whole match.
Oh, we're nearly there.
Nearly got there.
You nearly got one. Robert Sneeze, you'll never see it coming.
But you'll hear it. So going into this match, it was like, alright, this will probably be a couple of minutes and blah blah blah. This match went fucking on forever, and that's not a bad thing, surprisingly.
I actually
thoroughly enjoyed this.
I actually thought it was going to go a time limit expired.
Yeah.
Well, because that's the thing is originally in my notes I was like, this seems like a fun little match, but it's just to progress the story. And then it just continued going, and then it just got more and more intense. It was like, hold on a fucking second, these fucking folks are bringing out a fucking wrestling classic right here, hell yeah. And then, I mean, I've took all these notes, but I'm going to skip to the end because the ending of this match was amazing. It was
They say en fuego.
some would say that, but not me. So they ended up on the outside. Hangman threw Kaz back in. I just kept calling him Kaz during the notes, so I'm just going to call him Kaz.
Everyone calls him Kaz.
It's
Kaz!
It's Kaz! So you want to be a superstar, Elena? Just another victim.
Can you help pulling out the Cypress Hill?
Hey, hell yeah! Fucking Cypress Hill, man. So Kaz ended up in the ring, and then the ending sequence where Hangman was on the apron, and he kept trying to kick Kaz back so he could do the buckshot, and then Kaz kept countering, and just the way that every time Hangman tried to do something, Kaz would counter it, and it finally got to the point where Kaz went for the springboard leg drop that he does, and that's when Hangman kind of pulled his head out of the way, bang, Kaz landed and then rolled through, and then that's what gave Hangman the chance to hit the buckshot lariat 1, 2, 3, but this match is I mean, I went into this genuinely thinking that this was going to be an absolutely nothing match, and this match ended up being the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, it was a pretty banger.
I can't say I thought for a second it was going to be a nothing match. I didn't think it'd go as long as it did and be as good as it was, but just wouldn't have put Kaz in a
Because he's
Throwaway
predominantly
match.
a tag wrestler.
Yeah, that was probably my thinking of it as well. I was like, right, okay, like,
But the thing is though, if they didn't put him, like, let's say they did the Hangman match with a singles wrestler, right?
Uh-huh.
They then would have been able to put over all that stuff that Kenny was saying in commentary about round about now be looking to make the tag, or round about now I would come in and make the save. You know, do you know what I mean? So like,
well, you probably could. Like,
No, but I
with,
think it worked better because
he's also a tag wrestler.
yeah. So they were both kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an absolute phenomenal
Like-
match, and
Going into this match, as I say, like, I was not expecting this to be anything. And it turned out to be the absolute complete opposite. And I would argue that this was probably the best match of the week. Like, of any show that I've watched.
it's up there. I think it's between that and the parking lot brawl, which we'll get to later.
I feel like that's its own thing, though. But, yes.
Definitely the best in-ring match of
Yeah.
the week, yes. Give you that, yep.
So, next up we had MJF coming out. And so during the adverts, he comes out, gets Wardlow to stick on the Dynamite Diamond ring, and then he starts going around the crowd at ringside, getting people to kiss the ring. Kiss my ring.
Cody used to do that with his Ring of Honor ring that he had.
Yeah.
It's the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Just
It's almost like...
sweet little wordplay right there. I love
It's almost...
Kiss my Ring of Honor.
it.
Aye.
I don't think your ring is very
Oh, sorry,
honored.
Ring of Dishonor.
Yeah, that sounds more accurate to you.
Yeah, the thing about it is it seems that they've completely forgotten that COVID's a thing, but, you know, never mind.
No, but they've all been tested.
They're all been testies.
I know, I was joking.
I know. Yeah, so then MGF gets round to Michael Nakazawa. And then Naka seemed as if he was up for doing it, and MGF was like, nah, you're alright. Because he kind of leant forward, was like, ah? And then MJF was like, let's move on.
To me, MGF is probably the sort of guy that calls coronavirus the Kung Flu.
Oh.
Like President Trump.
But I mean,
Yeah.
actually, folks, man.
Yeah, that's a good comparison, actually.
So you wouldn't want to get too close to Michael Nakazawa, even though Michael Nakazawa is Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
But certain people just don't see a difference. Racism!
So we get back from commercial, and MJF is taking on the captain, Sean Dean. And the match is now over. Like, in real time, like, we're watching it right now.
Yeah.
Because rig to the eyes and salt of the earth armbar, and it's over. Poor captain. I mean, maybe he can go back to his podcast and not do anything.
Was this another True Crime Garage reference?
Yes,
Yeah.
because he's the captain.
Wait, so is that who it is?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
So MJF goes on the mic and says he's an honest man and mocks shade, and he should be the AEW World Champion. So now MJF wants to be known as, and so from now on, Turning Heel Podcast recognizes MJF as officially the undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned World Champion of All Elite Wrestling. So every time we mention MJF, we need to now refer him to as the undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned World Champion MJF. So
yeah, I like MJF. I'm not going to do that.
You can't remember Jurassic Express's name. What chance have you got remembering that?
So he gets Justin Roberts to announce it. Justin does it kind of half-heartedly, and he's like, no. Bring it from your gut,
Right.
from the put
Guys,
some.
Do me a favour, put your phone face down and you say what we have to refer to MJF as.
Okay. The undefeated, undisputed, uncrowned AEW World Champion.
Too soon though, he's just said it. See, before the end of the episode, we're going to randomly drop that on you again. You have to remember.
Practice what you preach.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. MJF then goes on to say that he doesn't get a fair shake in this company because everybody seems to be a part of a faction, and then the people part of a faction seems to get all the opportunities around here. So he kind of is implying that he's either going to join a faction or start his own. What would you prefer?
Start his own.
Start his own?
He already has one.
Technically.
MLW. You had the Dynasty
So
with Hammerstone and Richard Holiday.
what? So you think he's going to bring those guys in?
Well, maybe. Depending on contracts, or he'll just recreate the Dynasty but with people within AEW.
Wardlow's going to be in.
Well, Wardlow has to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
because
face it,
he's
they're
been
doing
paid by MJF
They're
and not
doing
AEW.
the $1 Million Man story with MJF and Wardlow.
Yeah. Fuck it, bring Virgil in that case then.
No, he's aligned with Inner Circle.
Yeah, good
Virgil.
point.
Soulman Jones.
Oh yes. So up next, Taz does the this kind of hype video where he's looking at Ricky Starks' finishers, which was pretty cool.
Pretty Ricky Starks.
I quite like them, but
Absolute Ricky Starks.
No, he prayed.
Well, yes, he is, but he's absolute.
I like those videos, but sometimes I'm kind of like, okay, shut up, Taz, we get it.
But that was always been Taz's thing, which is
Been over them.
kind of endearing about it, like Taz's keys to victory at fucking pay-per-views
But
and
it's
shit like that.
it's kind of like the same thing they're doing with Thatcher though, over up there in Stanford.
Down there in Orlando.
No, I know it's down there in Orlando, but the joke everyone goes is
Yeah,
that
because that's where WWE office is.
I
Yeah,
thought the joke was New York, not Stanford.
I don't know, right?
It was a
Well,
New
Taz
Fucking don't ruin it.
Because it was a New York territory.
Taz is from New York, so he wouldn't make fun of New York.
I didn't say Taz would. I was trying. Do you know what? Fuck you guys. Let's just keep going.
Hey, I was trying to bag you up there.
I know you were.
Do you want
I'm sorry. I took that out on you probably unfairly.
I understand.
Chris, I apologise. Air 5.
Air 5. Wait, actually, we're close enough. We could probably actually
Okay.
5. Hey.
There we go.
Do you want another cider?
No, I'm okay.
I will go get you one.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, not you. I didn't
Fuck you then.
asshole. I don't care about upsetting you.
You're
You didn't upset me.
You're getting no more pretzels. I can't squeeze that between my legs. Fuck you.
That's definitely what she said.
Fat legs.
Yeah, she did.
Said no female ever to Griz.
Well.
Don't I have something to show you later? Wait.
There's that was very Doug Bradley. I have such sights to show you.
I have such wang to show you.
Yes.
This definitely is the dick joke episode.
Right, so that's the episode title. You should be like episode 22 dicks question mark.
Well,
Episode 22.
To
dick
be
jokes.
fair, the dick gimmick is now up for grabs and we're taking it.
Hey, up for grabs.
Fucking hell. Dick puns. Dick puns everywhere.
No, dick poons everywhere. I mean, in our case.
So yeah, Taz has done his spiel about...
It's Taz!
Has done his spiel about Ricky Starks.
Pretty rich.
Right, okay. Kingston and friends are here. He says he did not lose the Battle Royal. And then he tells Butcher and the Blade to grab victims. So he pulled Griff Garrison and 2 other schlubs out of the crowd. And they beat the shit out of them. So he made 3 points. 1 was that he did not lose the Battle Royal. 2 was they were a family. Then they beat the shit out of them. And then 3 was Butcher needs to get his house in order. So it looks like... did I say Butcher?
Yeah,
I
Blade.
meant Blade. Beg your pardon. Blade needs to get his house in order because he needs to get Ali back. He needs to get his little bunny. His little bunny.
He didn't say Ali though in the promo. He kind of just went, "Where your wife at? Where your wife at, though?
Yeah.
Where's your wife at?"
Yeah, it's basically what they're implying. And if it means we get to see Ali as the bunny again, I'm all aboard.
All aboard!
And they're going to rip out QT's hair plugs as punishment.
No, he was trying so hard. As a person struggling from fucking baldness, like, no, that's not liked.
Embrace the strange.
No, like, I genuinely,
I
like...
think you fair suit the bald, to be honest.
You do, to be fair.
I mean...
You first told me you were going to go bald. I was like, oh, I'm not sure about that, Griz.
So the good thing
But you
about
done it,
you
and
going
you
bald is
actually
you don't have a weird shaped head, so it kind of suits you. Whereas me, if I went bald, I've got like a weird fucking like hump here. So I would just look like a fucking dinosaur.
See, this is great podcasting. This bit of my head, that's basically flat because when I was a kid in
You
school,
got dropped in your head?
No, we were playing American football in school because my school never had a fucking football team. I had an American football team.
Football.
I tripped and like we were playing indoors, like in the gym, and I tripped and I went head first into the wall there, and like just pure flattened that bit of my skull, man.
Oh man, but this is why I wear hats now. It's like, see the back of my head that's got like about 3 or 4 fucking scars from serious drunken head injuries. Like, including the time that I tried to race a bus.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Like, came out of an ICW a bit early because I was a little under the influence and got a bit excited that I seen Matt Cross wrestle live.
Oh, that one?
Yep. Tripped over my bag and then I got chucked out. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. I guess. Then I went... Seen a bus that was like, it was parked at the lights, but it was still technically in the bus stop area, and I was chatting, I was like, can I get on? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, so my plan is, there's like 3 sets of lights between now and the next bus stop. If I run full pelt and then tap the buttons as I go past, all the lights should change to red, and I should make it to that next bus stop. I ran like a fucking Usain Bolt
with Forrest Gump,
like just
on coke.
just ran my heart out, tripped up, fell, smashed my head off the goddamn ground, and then the bus stopped and she came out. She's like, I'll phone an ambulance. Like, no, I just want to go home. She's like, are you sure? I was like, I just got my bell rung. I'm alright. With blood gushing out of my fucking head.
That's just your fault for not letting me on the fucking bus in the first place.
I was tempted to say that, but I was like, if I say that, she's gonna just leave me here.
So the moral of the story is, bust your head open, you'll get on buses.
Exactly. Smash your fucking head open and make her feel bad. Fuck you, bus driver. And then I got home. And then she didn't even look at my ticket. I could have just had no ticket. I did have a ticket, but she didn't look at it. Like, even, like, I brought it up on my phone and she's like, no, you're alright. I'm like, no, I'm going to be blah blah about this. I'm going to make sure that you realise I have a ticket. Blah. And then, like, I put in music, I put in, like, my headphones and I was like, I was drunk, but I was also trying to keep myself awake, so I was, like, very animated while I was singing to myself on the bus. And, yeah. So, moral of the story is, let drunk people on buses. Do you just want to go home?
Exactly. Well, most of them.
I know, but how does it fit in what the fuck we were talking about?
I have no idea.
Because you were talking about shaving your head.
And then I started talking about a head injury, and then Griz brought,
Yeah, so,
working back the way always.
if you see my bald head, like, in the back of my bald head, like, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking nightmare back there.
This is why we're the best drunk wrestling podcast in the game.
Damn right.
Fucking too right we are.
Too sweet we are. So, coming up next, Jericho and Jake Hager took on the Private Party.
Big hurt.
The Big Hurt. That's what his wife calls it.
Big hurt meat and a tear. I'm just a massive hole when I'm drunk.
Really? we didn't notice. So, Private Party try to keep Hager as the man in the ring, which they done for a reasonable little amount, but it didn't take long for Hager to finally take advantage. Cassidy hit a moonsault off the ropes on Jericho, and I swear to God, that was probably the closest 3 count that I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, Cassidy done incredible in this match. Later on, Hager keeps the heat on Cassidy. They kept working on him for a while. They worked his back for a long time. And it got to the point where the Private Party managed to hit a silly string, which finally took Hager out, which allowed Quinn to finally tag in. But he was not in for very long, as they then started setting up a double team maneuver, which required Cassidy to then tag back in. And then even on commentary, they were like, well, I don't know if that was a good idea. Like, Cassidy's not recovered from this. And it eventually set up to the point where Jericho went for a juice effect, and Cassidy actually ducked and then hit a cutter for a 2 count. It then went up to the top rope, went for a senton, which missed, and then allowed Jericho to hit the juice effect. 1, 2, 3, bam, it's over. And then for added punishment, Jericho puts the walls of Jericho on Cassidy, who already has an injured back. And then Quinn takes out Jericho with a Pele, and then they kind of bounce, but the segment ends with Quinn standing strong and the Private Party theme song playing. So, I mean, Jericho and Hager won the match, but they did not win this. They did not win the segment.
Action.
Yeah.
Are Jericho and Hager going for the tag belts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
They have a team within Inner Circle?
Yeah, but one of them sucks.
I think they're maybe starting to build towards the Inner Circle breaking up.
Aww.
I
I just bought an Inner Circle t-shirt as well.
Like, I wish that they would have just stuck with less sex gods going for the tag titles.
That's the thing I don't understand. Like, the late sex gods could have been a lot better, but no. I guess maybe you can imply it's like, oh, like, well, you know, Sammy's injured, so Hager's the new man.
Yeah.
Right, so we move on to the NWA Women's title match as Thunder Rosa takes on Ivelisse. And in a nutshell, this wasn't great. There was a lot of flubs very early on. I think like the ending stretch ended up being quite good, but the start of this match was a bit sloppy, a bit of a sloppy shop, if you will. There was
More like a fucking shitty shop.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I was about to say like there was this point like very early on in the match where Ivelisse went to swing for a slap. She got the first slap, and then like Thunder Rosa kind of, you know, recoiled. But then like Ivelisse went for a second one. Clearly Thunder wasn't ready, and then like it looked like shit because Ivelisse barely touched her.
No,
and then
she wasn't ready.
Then she kind of panicked, threw a third one, which also was kind of shit, and then apparently, legitimately, so I've heard, So I'm just going off internet. I'm just going off the internet here, and everything. Everything on the internet's believable. Apparently,
It's all true.
Even us.
Thunder Rosa popped her in the face for realsies. So one would assume that maybe that first slap that she done in Thunder Rosa may have just been a bit more legit than you wanted.
Yeah. I think it may also be that she had went for the other ones where she clearly wasn't ready for them.
Yeah, but it looked really bad.
Because, like, see if you take a slap when you're ready for it, right? Okay, it stings like fuck when it first happens, but it's
tense.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But if you then are thrown what would be a slap that's based at a limp body, that's more like a hook than it is a slap. That's more like getting punched in the face. Do you know what I mean? So I think that might be what pissed her off.
Yeah, and then like shortly after that, Ivelisse did like sort of like a hurricanrana, but she didn't get that properly, so that looked... I mean, admittedly, she didn't get the legs around the head, but she did kind of also grab the head, so it was kind of one of those things like, I don't know if she meant that intentionally, but it was kind of a nice save of fucking up a move, because it's like, at least she then grabbed the head, so it was kind of controlling the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Lucha Underground sold me a false bill of goods, making me think that Ivelisse was fucking amazing.
I was about to say that.
I don't think she's been wrestling that much recently, so that's what I'm putting that down to. I mean,
but
make up your own decisions.
Lucha Underground obviously pre-recorded,
edited to fuck.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that that's the case as well.
Lucha Underground sold me a fucking false set of goods here. When it comes to Ivelisse.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So Rosa hit a tombstone.
And wait a minute, hold on a minute. What do you mean she's not been fucking wrestling much? She's just done the fucking tag tournament. She's had tag matches with Diamante outside of the tournament.
Half of that was probably like done in like 2 days. That I wouldn't be surprised if that entire tag tournament was recorded in 1 day.
So what's the excuse for the rest of the roster where they're doing like multiple matches in 1 day then? Not
Because
wrestling for a while?
before the tag tournament, when was the last time you seen Ivelisse wrestle?
On the Indies, most likely.
Yeah, but even then, that was still a while ago.
That'd been like March. So
Yeah.
it still would have been a big.
Like
But look at other wrestlers that hadn't wrestled in a while.
That's my point.
yeah, exactly. Like Matt Sydal. What happened to him?
Well, Michael, that was fucking sabotage.
Yeah, I know.
Slabatage.
It was sabotage. But look at like Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston came back and has arguably now had the best run of his career so far.
And he's only been there like what, a month?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. Is the only thing I'm trying.
Give her the benefit of the doubt. Step up to the fucking plate and prove me wrong, hen.
Aye.
Fair.
I'm with you, baby doll.
Fair. Yeah, so Rosa hit the tombstone, but like it was very worrying because she was very struggling to kind of hold her up.
Maybe Ivelisse deserved it after that slap.
No, nobody deserves that.
No, that was harsh.
I apologise.
A little bit. She managed to get it without hurting Ivelisse, so that's fine.
All worked out well in the end.
Yeah. Wasn't my last note was match was a little sloppy, wasn't a fan, but they did announce that next Tuesday there's going to be a late night Dynamite 1 hour episode that includes Matt Sydal's first singles match against Sean Spears, including a couple of
Did you miss this?
No, I'm just confused at why Sean Spears is the opponent and not a certain Michael Nakazawa.
because maybe that was announced, maybe that was planned before it. Like, see if they now build to Michael Nakazawa against Matt Sydal. Like that could be a fun little fucking Dynamite match.
To play catch up here, on Being the Elite, it was shown that Michael Nakazawa baby oiled the turnbuckle where Matt Sydal was standing pre-show,
Yeah,
so he would slip on it down the shooting star press.
because Naka was not in the Battle Royal.
Because, he wanted to be the Joker in the Battle Royal.
Yeah. And as the Elite said, with jokes like that, you could be the Joker. Just not the Battle Royal.
I think it hurt even more coming from Kenny than it did the Bucks. Kenny's supposed to be his best day.
I know.
So backstage, Miro and Kip were, lifting weights. Kip was cutting a promo, and then Miro got up and was kind of like, let me in the ring, I'm ready to kill somebody. And then Kip was kind of like, before that, we've got something else to do. And then Miro just kind of went, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we still have that bachelor party to do.
I think this bachelor party is going to be hilarious.
It fucking better be. Don't let me down, Miro. It's going to take, like I almost said, Bruce, it's going to take me a while to adjust.
Yeah, don't wear your fucking jammies again, though. Jesus Christ, put some fucking proper clothes.
He can move whatever the fuck he wants.
Of course he can. He's a big sexy bastard.
Before we go further ahead, after the Evil East Thunder Rosa match, kind of looked like Shida was eyeing up the NWA Women's title.
That's right, yeah, because the Evil East and Diamante attacked Rosa, and Shida came in for the save. Like she's done, I think she'd done the entire sort of defense of Rosa with the belt over her shoulder.
Yeah,
which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like over her shoulder.
Chris Sabin style.
Think they're going to do a title for title?
No, I think maybe they'll do another match where it's Rosa versus Shida for the NWA title, and then maybe do title for title.
Do you know what I think would have been good for them to do? It probably won't happen though because of the way that NWA is running. It'd be cool if they'd done like a best of 3 series and they'd done like for those title for title. So match number 1 on Dynamite, match number 2 on Power, and then if it's required, the third match on like pay-per-view.
But Dynamite's not running. They're doing like a weekly pay-per-view with like 2-hour promotions.
Power.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it.
But it's not Power though.
I know, but you said Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that's why I said it's unlikely to happen because everything that's going on. But I think that would be quite maybe a cool wee way to do it.
Like if you done Thunder Rosa versus Shida on one of these pay-per-views, because they're weekly pay-per-views, they're doing the old TNA style of
what I heard. Week 1 did not
go well. I've not watched it yet.
Stream wise, week 1 did not go well. Lots and lots of problems.
Well,
to the point where Nick Aldis had to go on to and say, "Look, just hang with us. We'll get there. Just stay with us."
Yeah. I've never had to explain to people how streaming works.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mr. Fat. I need to do something.
More alcohol.
Alcohol. Currency. So Archer and Jake the Snake came out, yada yada. They says because they're building to a 6-man tag next week where Archer needs to team with 2 people against Moxley, who's going to team with 2 people, and Jake the Snake was brought out. There's my glass. Jake the Snake was brought out because Jake the Snake was with Archer. Taz was brought out, and so Archer, Ricky Starks, and Brian Cage are going to be teaming next week against Mox and his crew.
Yep.
But Mox came out, he was kind of around that same place where that one fan tried to attack, I assume he was going to give him a cuddle at the pay-per-view. Which was quite interesting, the fact it was the exact same area, and then these 2 fans just started mauling Moxley. It turns out it was Ricky Starks and Brian Cage.
Well, you wouldn't fucking mistake Brian Cage for a fucking fan, would you?
Nah, no, definitely not. See, the thing is though, I think there must be because the fact that security were on top of that guy so quickly at the pay-per-view, like that area must have 2 entrances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like from wherever the backstage bit is there.
Well, you've got the bit where the stairs that came up. Those are the same stairs that Matt and Sammy Guevara walked up with the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You've got the door to the left
which leads into like locker rooms and like a kitchen and stuff. And then you've got the bit to the right, which is the stands. So I imagine there's security kind of dotted like right at like the enclosure, and maybe one further down, and the one further down maybe clocked them. Say something like somebody's running for mocks, grab them.
Aye, possibly. But security
Quite
guard like
strategic.
that. Apparently, it wasn't even a security guard.
Just some guy just grabbed them, just said, "Oh, what are you doing?"
No, I'm pretty sure it was a security guard.
It wasn't. What was it? Something that worked for AEW, but he wasn't a security guard. Like Moxley said in like his press conference after it that they do. He got asked about it, and he said it's like the guy that does all their gear repairs and stuff like that. They just happened to be standing at that bit, and it was him that tackled him. So he wasn't actually a security guard.
It wasn't really a tackling. It was just like a grab you and you can't move.
Aye, yeah, but I said that he's basically like this guy's basically like the runner for the wrestlers that gets their gear fixed if it's ripped or gets shit for catering from them and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Send the messenger boy.
Aye. And Moxley was like, oh, he's. I get actual words he used where he's a good egg.
It's interesting though that Jake and Lance picked Team Taz, considering they've kind of been beefing the last few weeks.
I think it's going to build into a fallout between them.
Because, like, clearly Cade just got issues with Mox and Lance Archer. Why the fuck would you pick him as your partner?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been kind of arguing a little bit, but it's almost like a bit of friendly banter, I would say.
It's going to come to blows, because, I mean, if Jake called me Fred Flintstone, I'd be raging.
Yeah.
I mean, but like the whole part of this was that they're going to work together purely for the fact that when Archer wins the world title, as they said, Brian Cage gets the first shot. That's why they're working together. It's like, I'm willing to help you if you're willing to help me, and then we'll help you like in your 6-man tag against Mox. We'll maybe even soften him up. So when you win the world title, my guy gets the first shot.
Because Cage softened up Mox, done him so well at Fyter Fest.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. What was next on Dynamite?
Title match has been scheduled for an October edition of Dynamite, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the anniversary
Edition. Which technically they've already had an anniversary this year. So unless it's just the Dynamite anniversary, not AEW's anniversary show,
It's the
then.
Dynamite one, I think, because their anniversary's like January, because
Yeah.
they announced the launch of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 1 year of Dynamite because it started in 2nd of October or some shit like that.
Yeah, because I remember the second episode of Dynamite. It was a Wednesday, and I flew to Benidorm on the Thursday morning. So I got Ben to get me Dynamite to watch on the plane get over.
Nice.
And it was
Back when we were
announced-
allowed to get on planes.
Well, we're still allowed to go on planes, but just a bit more.
It just depends on whether or
You
not
just can't get off them at the other side.
Depends where you go.
Aye, I know. I'm due to go to Poland next month and I'm just writing it off already, man. It's not happening.
No offense, but you probably should. You probably should just write it off.
Yeah.
Call that a loss. Let's regroup, see what happens next year. At this point, there's no point in trying.
Yeah.
So it was announced next week that Orange Cassidy will take on Brody Lee for the TNT Championship. So now we get into our main event, which is the parking lot brawl. It was...
Before that, what do you think the chances are of Brody Lee having a very short title reign?
I think they're quite high, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Because kind of Cassidy's in a row, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been Jericho twice, the former AEW World Champion.
Yep. I think it's very likely. And also, see the thing that kind of bugged me about it though, is that he beat Cody so convincingly and so quickly, and then had a competitive match with Dustin. And it's like he should have dispatched to Dustin just as quickly. Do you know what I mean? If not faster.
Let's revisit this question in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
I think it was maybe different because I think Cody wasn't taking him seriously.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, because
But
Cody
Dustin knew what
happened to Cody.
Cody started getting a big head when he was TNT champion,
Yeah.
and that's what cost him.
To the fact he was getting himself referred to as the Prince of Pro Wrestling. And Dustin knew what the Cody's game was, so he knew how to prep for it.
Can you give me a can, please, Chris?
No.
Please.
Get him a can while I stare at your can.
It's a can, man.
God damn it!
Fuck your head, guys, man.
See what happens? You're like a fucking bull in a china shop.
Thank you. All that for one carry strongbow.
So anyway, we'll get back to that in a second, because we're going to get into the main event, which is the parking lot brawl between the best friends Trent and Chuck Taylor against Santana and the other guy.
This match I almost fast forwarded through to the end.
You asshole.
No, I almost did.
You bunghole.
And I was like, just see the reason I almost did it. I was watching it and it was like 10 to 2 and had a fucking teleconference at 2 o'clock. So I was like, if I just fast forward it, then that's it done. Whereas if I don't, I'll probably forget to watch it. So I was like, just fast forward it and at least I know who won. But then something came over me and I was like, nah, I'm just going to pause it just now. Then once I come off this call, I'll watch it. Oh, I'm so glad I did.
You chose
Wisely.
I did choose wisely. This match was fucking excellent from start to finish.
So, Santana and the other guy, they're doing whiteface, so racist.
Not really, they're doing like a sort of Mexican death mask.
Trent crushes Ortiz under the hood of a car, like multiple times, and then to the point where Chuck Taylor does a senton, and then Trent also, follows up with his own senton. Santana had a hidden baton that he pulls out on one of the cars. There was a slingshot to Trent on the boot of a car, like kind of like one of those what do you call it? The pickups. They kind of has the flap that
A flatback.
yeah, that flops down.
Flatback truck.
So he slingshotted him into that face first. Ortiz throws a sledgehammer at one of the best friends, but they dodge and the sledgehammer goes right through a window. There was a suplex on top of the car. I think it was on Trent. Then there was a back suplex by Chuck on Santana on the hood of another car. Like, I mean, these three really went at it. These four people that really went at it, like, really badly. Like, you seen, like, there was Santana was busted open. I would question whether or not that may have been Hardway because of the way that he went into, like, the wing mirror of one of the cars. Trent's back, and I think Ortiz also had, like, a busted shoulder. There was there was a lot of blood in this match that would not be planned. Yes, exactly. And then even if that stuff was kind of sugar glass, it was still cutting them open a little bit. There was a powerbomb on the roof of a car, and then there was a double powerbomb on Trent that went through a windshield by Pride and Powerful.
And cut his back up too.
Yeah, that was the one.
You're a double powerbomb.
Santana set up for a lead pipe shot on I think it was Chuck Taylor, but as he was about to do it, the boot of the car that was Chuck was sitting next to just opens up, and Orange Cassidy pops out, hits the orange punch with a chain.
Yep.
Then there was a pile driver on Santana. I think that was on the hood of another car, and then Trent with his reverse pile driver they calls the Crunchy threw a slab of wood that was on the back of said what do you call that? A pickup truck? Pickup truck?
Pickup truck,
Yeah.
truck.
Flatback truck for the victory. So the best friends finally put an end to this feud with Pride and Powerful, and then as the match ends, Trent's mum shows up in her new decked out minivan.
Yep.
And they start to drive away. But before they do, Trent's mum flips off fucking Pride and Powerful.
Which was just wonderful. Like, this whole match was just great. It was violent as fuck. And then it had also, at the end, that comedy aspect.
Yeah.
Even just for Orange Cassidy popping out the boot.
Because like Orange Cassidy just always appears in random places. even a shot of Brandy that one time where he was on that, like, she was like, I'm meant to be joined by Orange Cassidy, but he's not here.
She opens the cupboard and he's sitting in it.
And then he just opens the cupboard and he's like, I'm in here.
It was good because considering best friends and Orange Cassidy and that, it wasn't too cute. It wasn't too, it was still dead gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, let's face it, like, Orange Cassidy's been through the fucking ringer with the Inner Circle recently, and he's took out Jericho, but there was still a debt to be paid for Pride and Powerful, and so he claimed his debt.
We got a kitty.
She's struggling a little.
He?
Oh yeah, it's Tackle. There you go. Just a wee smidgen. There you go. No, just leave it on that. Leave it on that smidgen. It's fine.
You making Chris get up?
Frickin'.
No, I was comfy there.
I know, bloody
What a dick.
podcasts. I swear to God.
Dick cat.
Yeah, so like Orange Cassidy had a vendetta still against Pride and Powerful, and he got his what was it to say, like
They had their comeuppance.
yeah, they had their cum muffins, and he got it. So I feel like this is Orange Cassidy's kind of feud completely with the Inner Circle now done. Now we can look forward to becoming the TNT champion next week. So yeah, this TNT show that's going to be or the Dynamite show, the Tuesday Night Late Dynamite or whatever, it's a 1 hour episode, but we're also still getting Dynamite on Wednesday as well. So that makes me wonder, is Dark going to happen this week as well? So are we going to get like potentially about 5 hours of Dynamite?
Is Dynamite going to be 2 hours on the Wednesday, or is it going to be another 1 hour?
I'm assuming so, because like, see the matches that are booked, they're very I mean, it's a 1 hour show, and they're very dark-esque matches. Like, we've got that that British dude that appeared recently on Dark. He's in a match,
The
but
British dude.
yeah, I can't remember his name. Maybe I can look it up. I'll try and look it up. But essentially, like, there's a couple of no-name matches, and then the only match that has any importance is Matt Sydal against Shawn Spears, because Matt Sydal really needs to pull out something here to grab fans back after what happened at All Out.
Yeah. We could be doing with this sort of. We just need a wee palate cleanser when it comes to Matt Sydal.
Which they have, because it has been like 2 weeks since All Out at this point.
Yeah, been about 10 days.
So by the time Tuesday comes around, like, let's do it. Let's see what you can do. Don't fall off the turtle this time.
We'll need to make sure. We'll need to keep an eye out for Nakazawa.
Yeah, they should do that. They should have Naka come out on the stage and be like,
Make them doubt whether to go to the turnbuckle or not.
yeah.
I have him check it or something like that.
Yeah. Like, have Matt Sydal come out with a towel and he cleans down all the top ropes before the match, and then have Naka like come out halfway through and just like,
Or maybe the referee just does it automatically because he knows what happened before.
maybe.
That's if they even acknowledge
I mean, they
that
should.
Naka was the saboteur.
They should.
I mean,
And then-
I would have.
And they just lead it to a match.
Yeah, I
Should be fine.
I would have him come out and distract Matt Sydal for the loss, and then that builds into the match, because not everyone will have seen Being the Elite, but if he comes out, then the commentators can go, oh, as we found out on Being the Elite, to like kind of explain that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before setting up the match on TV.
Exactly. But shall we get into NXT?
I believe we shall.
Yes.
Never exterminate
Talent.
titties.
Exterminate starts with an
Not in 2000 it didn't.
Fair enough.
Speaking of titties, Shotzi Blackheart versus Io Shirai was your first match of the evening. So Shotzi goes for a handshake. Io says, "Nah, fuck this shit." So during the match, Io with a moonsault to the outside, but Shotzi was kind of just slightly off the mark. Or I don't know if Io, moonsaulted too far or too less. But like you've seen Shotzi like really reacting to getting in Io's way for it. Mm-hmm. Done a decent job, I must say. Like Io got Shotzi in a crossface at one point. Shotzi managed to get to the ropes. There was a 619 dodge from Shotzi from Io. Shotzi hits a cannonball into the ropes while Io was kind of, sitting on the 619 position, for lack of a better term. Face over the second rope. Yeah. Io holds onto the ropes when Shotzi tries to go for a suplex. She peels the fingers off the ropes. Finally gets that suplex. Gets a nice 2 count off of that. It was a German style with the bridge. There was another submission by Shotzi, but Io tries to roll through. A flatjack by Io, and then a 619 by Io, with a drop kick from the top rope for 2 by Io. Shotzi manages to stop the moonsault attempt by Io Shirai, and then has a hurricanrana off the top rope. Shotzi sets up for her coffin drop. Io then stops that. Then there was a Yoshitonic, or the red alert for Amazing Red fans. Attempt by Shotzi on the apron, but that was countered in a German suplex by Io, and Shotzi lands square in her fucking head on the apron. Absolutely fucking brutal that was. There was a running knee and then a moonsault by Io, which gets the victory, but Io does the moonsault and does not get anywhere near as far as she wants to, and pretty much her knees come crashing down on the upper torso of Shotzi. But it was still enough to get the 3, and I don't know, Io really needs to kind of judge her moonsault a bit more.
Yeah, backflip knee drop isn't going to fucking cut a little girl.
Watching the highlights of it, this match came across like it was really, really, really fucking good.
It was
really, really fucking good.
Right, so, okay, we've spoken about this before. Let us hear what you think now. Shotzi, yeah, well, more specifically you, yes.
Because I've been a wee bit of a Shotzi hater.
Yeah, exactly. Are you starting to warm to her?
I don't want to hear oohs and ahs and I told you so when I say yes I am.
Told you so.
Ooh.
I told you so.
She's a lot better than what I thought she was.
I just couldn't get around the tank thing at the start, but the tank thing is not in any way, shape or form important to how she is. For me, I thought the tank thing was kind of just going to be like, oh, she's a tank girl, but she just comes out in a tank at her entrance and then that's it.
Yeah.
She's good enough that she's not. What's the
tank.
Yeah, she doesn't live and die by the tank.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is coincidentally going to be the name of my first album.
Live and die by the tank.
Yeah, I thought you already had an album.
That was a joke.
You're an album.
To be fair, I don't have a solo album. My first solo album.
Yeah. Live and die by the tank. Shouldn't it be live or die by the keg? I feel like that suits you more.
It depends.
Depends on where the album gets sold.
Yeah.
Where depends.
Like, I mean, like, because, like, they call it more the keg in America. But probably more by the tank here.
Tanker of ale here.
Tankard of ale.
Yep. Lots of Ailstorm references in this episode as well.
A good couple, yeah. I mean,
So this episode's basically called Dicks and Ailstorm.
Ailstorm Dicks.
Dicks and Fanny Boys.
Fanny Boys, like, there we go. Fanny
He's a
Boys.
fearsome pirate, Fanny
Fanny
Buzz.
Buzz.
He's a scourge of the sea, Fanny Buzz. With a black flag flying, pillaging, plundering, spreading disease. Fanny Buzz.
Smell your maw.
Meet your dad and smell your maw. Yes, I pointed my fucking fingers right at the microphone. Sniff, sniff, sniff your podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It is now. Sniff your podcast, boys and girls.
Smell-o-vision podcast is the next way forward. Coming up next, Desmond Troy took on Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso won. What a surprise. He used that slingshot move in the corner now, which is quite interesting. Like, he's developed that into a move through the match. So instead of slingshotting people into the bars of the ring, he's now doing it into the bottom turnbuckle. The Willow's Bell gets the 3. Tommaso grabs a chair. He was going to duff up Desmond a bit more, but Atlas comes out. I mean, it came out a long time ago.
Atlas appears.
Atlas appears. And calls out Ciampa for a rematch next week. Austin Theory comes out and says that he's a future Hall of Famer and it's open challenge time. And then Kushida with no music, which is interesting. I say it's interesting and then realise that after he wins the match, they played his music anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Never mind. So Kushida, this was a decent little match. Theory had this cool kind of like pounce move that he done, like where he kind of pounced Kushida against ropes, so like a really big shoulder tackle, and then Kushida kind of bounced off the ropes for like extra kind of, you know, hurt. Like it was kind of nifty. Kushida ducks Theory's elbow and it pings off the ring post when they're outside. Then there was a jumping armbar also on the outside that led to the hoverboard lock by Kushida, and Theory taps out. And Kushida didn't break the submission right away. Like, they've been talking about the extra edge that Kushida has. Like, so what do you kind of think?
On this day, I see Kushida.
I was going to say, oh, you bad wee bastard. Breaking the rules, breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules, breaking the rules.
So what do you think is actually in the future for Kushida? Is this going to be a heel turn, or is this just meant to be a bit of a...
I think it's just adding a bit of intensity.
Yeah, it's to add a sort of, here, look, I'm not just back to the future guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's to add a bit of intensity, because he's clearly going to a feud with Velveteen.
Yeah.
So I can't see him
And he
turning
kind of
heel off.
showed that when he sort of done that assault on him with the shoulder breakers.
Yeah.
Pushing back.
Yeah. Be interested to see where it goes, but I definitely don't think that it's a heel turn. I think it's just an evolution of his character.
Yeah, I agree. And Austin Theory should still just be the job guy now.
Yes. Yes, he definitely should be.
Yeah, it seems as if that's just the way that things are going right now. It's like, he's going to come out and just kind of be like, look at me, ain't I great? And then lose constantly.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
That's kind of how I get through life.
Being the job guy.
Yeah. Come out and shout, hey, look at me, ain't that great? And then lose.
Lose everything in life.
Yep.
None of them be as bad as that one time where I was like, look at me, ain't I great? And then I lost a fucking custard chugging competition to win a fucking Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, you have the same facial expression I do, Robert.
WTF? Who in the name of fuck chugs custard?
The cat house. The day before Christmas, I think it was about
Christmas Eve?
Yes, the day before Christmas. I went to cat house, and then they got 3 of us up on stage. They had a pint of custard, and then they put Tabasco sauce in it. And then I was like being a fucking weirdo and asked for more.
So more Tabasco sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't my downfall. Apparently my downfall was I didn't chug it fast enough because a guy next to me that looked like he fucking like drank custard for a living. Like, granted, I was very, very close. But like they got to this point where we're all...
Should have got bonus points for the extra Tabasco, to be fair.
I know, exactly.
Like that 3 seconds
And
head
then,
start.
and then there was that point where like we're all drinking it, like we're all like go 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 go, and then there was a point where I heard my sister shout, "Come on, Graham, he's beating you!" Fuck! I just released my real name.
Or did he?
And then I was like, and then I slammed my fucking pint glass, or my plastic pint glass down before he did, but they still deemed him the winner. I was like, are you fucking serious?
I was in the cat house one Christmas Eve and ended up on
Are you
stage.
sure it wasn't the day before Christmas?
No, it was definitely Christmas Eve. I ended up on
So
stage.
the day before Christmas?
I ended up on stage with Bad Santa, like to do whatever I can't even remember what the competition
Were you the
was.
airman?
I can't even remember what the competition was, but I fell off the stage.
Oh no!
I literally just like woof.
I remember.
I told face plant, man. It wasn't even a casual falling off the stage. It was
I'm
like
very happy to say I've never been on stage in the cat house, and I don't think I ever will, considering your stories.
Well, I've got one more story for you.
Oh,
Easter. It was Easter time, and they had Jesus versus the Easter Bunny in a wrestling match.
Oh, I was at that.
On the stage. What?
I was at that.
No way.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And Jesus was the heel.
Jesus was the heel.
especially in the cat house.
And the Easter Bunny was Michael Chase.
Oh, was it? I didn't know
Because
Who was Jesus?
I can't remember. But I got the head afterwards, and then some dick ran past me and stole it.
Son
And
of a
then
bitch.
I was like, "You motherfucker!" And then I ended up accidentally talking to Michael Chase. Like, didn't know who he was. He was like, "Do you know I was the bunny in that match?" And I was like, "Were you?" And he's like, "Here, I'll give you the rest of the outfit." And so I got the rest of the bunny outfit, but actually had blood on it because there was thumbtacks involved in the fight.
Yeah, that was a great night. I don't remember much of that night, but me and Paul specifically went for Jesus versus the Easter Bunny.
I didn't think that was going to be a thing, but then it became a thing.
There wasn't even, it was a no ring match as well.
Yeah, it was no ring. Like, I remember there was a table set up or something table-esque.
I think the bunny went through the table.
Yeah, I think it was like a spear from Jesus to the bunny through the table.
That was fucking great.
God damn it. Like, local wrestling, check out your local promotions when they return, because sometimes they pull off something amazing.
Yes.
Or your local fucking clubs, because this wasn't a fucking promotion.
No. It was just a daft cat house thing. So, moving on.
Yep, so we moved on to
Another daft thing.
Yeah, but a fun daft thing. Because Candice LeRae started her promo and she was sitting next to Johnny Gargano, and Johnny was like, oh yeah, you know what? we need to buy a new TV. And, yeah, Tegan, I'm going to send you the bill.
That was Candace that broke it.
I know, exactly.
No, it was Tegan that broke it for not taking a bottle to the face. It was Tegan's fault.
Yeah, she should have just taken that bottle of the face.
I know, totally.
Candace shouldn't throw bottles.
But to be fair though, I've never related more to Johnny Gargano than I do right now, having recently lost a TV myself.
Our thoughts and prayers are with you this time.
Thank you.
Indeed. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Johnny Gargano says, I've not been downstairs all week. There's still spaghetti all over the floor.
I'm a fucking maid.
Remember the amount of money that you have, like, because then he goes on to say, we're getting a new TV, and it's going to be like a 100-inch plasma 3D TV, and he's like, it won't be here till tomorrow, so we have to watch Crooked Teeth Thatcher versus Bootleg Slash on this crappy TV, and then Candace is like, ugh, and then he turns around and goes, at least it's not going to be in HD, and she's like, eh. I fucking love these two so goddamn much.
Bootleg Slash, that's great. That's all that Damon Priest is missing is a fucking top hat.
Yeah.
See if he comes out, like... Because Johnny Gargano's clearly going to get a match.
Can you imagine he just takes the top part off Cameron Grimes?
No, it has to be like a slashy one.
To the moon! Breezango versus Imperium for the NXT Tag Team Championship. The Fashion Police come out into their Fashion Police theme song.
Me more, me more, me Griz, what have we referred to for MJF as again?
Don't you look at your phone. Don't you fucking look at your phone.
That's NXT thingies there.
You looked straight down at it though. You were fucking...
I know, but like it's not there. MJF is the undisputed, undefeated, uncrowned AEW. No, he is the uncrowned world champion of all elite wrestling.
Not giving you that. You didn't nail it.
In fact, you know what? During that promo, he fucked it up as well. Because he actually said the da-da-da-da-da-da, and then he's like the uncrowned AEW World Champion of all elite wrestling. It's like, yeah, you already kind of said those. He fucked up his own thing.
Wait. Confirm with the judges, and I have received news that Griz received no point.
No, what?
New pois.
No.
New pois.
What's this fucking Eurovision? Fuck yous. Fucking judges, piece of shit.
New pois.
No point.
Okay, you do it, Chris.
I'm the one that said I wouldn't remember it.
You're the one that said that we had to do it, so...
Yeah, we all had to do it. AKA...
I will learn it.
I did learn it. I just
practice what you preach.
I just fucked up a smidgen.
You fucked up a smidgen.
Breezango took on
The name tag for Breezango on NXT this week actually had like a wee slot where it said former occupations, and it came up like janitor, fireman, pilot, policeman.
Please say had astronaut on there as well.
I think they did.
Imperium rushed the ring and got dumped out by Breezango. Imperium dominated Breezango early on. Eigner goes for Omega's "You Can't Escape" move, but Fandango distracts, giving Breeze the chance for a cheeky Nando's kick. Breezango on the second rope. Marcel pushes Breezango into a stalling suplex from Archer. Then they try to do the same thing on the outside, but Fandango saves.
Archer?
It's all falling apart for him.
I know, because it's even his tone changed.
I know. He's sad because we were slagging him because he didn't get the...
I got it fucking right!
No, you didn't.
Have some vodka.
They try it a second time on the outside.
There we go.
There he's back.
Fandango managed to save Breeze, double super kick from both of them. Dango back in the ring and attempts the leg drop but misses. Marcel with a kick and the gut wrench suplex by Eichner for 2, so it was a super kick into Dango and then the gut wrench suplex from Eichner for 2. Tornado DDT by Dango to Eichner. Imperium look for their finisher, which was the kind of a powerbomb into the uppercut, into the pin. However, Fandango shoves Eichner, who had Breeze on his shoulders, into Marcel, who was on the top rope. So Tyler Breeze knocks Marcel off the top rope, and then rolls through into a 3 count, pinning Eichner. This match, like, I mean, kind of review didn't really do it justice, but this match was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I think you're going to have to watch this in its entirety.
Definitely.
I'm just glad the Fashion Police are still champions.
But then,
We should just start calling them the Fashion Police because I hate Breezango.
dude, should we call them Passion Police years
begin with.
ago?
Yes.
Years ago. Like, maybe when they started, they could have been Breezango because they didn't have that gimmick, but then as soon as they started becoming the Fashion Police, they should have changed it.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
I think it's kind of been set up for them to take a nail to Mendoza in Wild.
Mendoza!
Very possibly. Because that feud's definitely not done.
Yeah, them and Legado del Fantasma.
I hope not though, because they've done the whole one faction having not all the titles obviously this time, but one faction with every member holding a title recently. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
But
that's always something I've wanted to see. They've done it recently. And I don't want to see it again
Wait,
for a while. Do you know
for
what I mean?
me, it's not,
Who's been the recent faction that's holding every title?
Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
every faction member's held a belt.
Fair
Well,
does.
they held it at the same time though at one point.
Yeah,
Imperium.
yeah, no, you did.
Had tag titles in the UK title,
Yeah, but they weren't
Yeah, that was
together.
Yeah.
but they were still together.
I know.
They weren't on TV with both
I
though.
get what you mean, but
I totally get you mean as well. And
Yeah,
plus, is there
but
not
it's
4
not-
members of Imperium?
Yeah, let's just forget about Alexander Wolf.
well, we can't because we're going to bring him up shortly.
But like, I don't mean it for like.
Still need to talk about NXT UK.
Fuck, I forgot about NXT UK.
Like,
Bollocks.
I don't mean about Legado del Fantasma just having all the belts. I mean, maybe them winning the belts will maybe prop them up a wee bit.
Yeah, possibly.
Because I mean, Mendoza really fucking needs it more than anyone. Because he's been job guy for like what 3-4 years now.
Yeah, he's
He
been
needs just that wee extra oomph. I
he,
think
he's been
for people to take him seriously.
he's been resident 205 and NXT job guy for a long time.
I'm pretty sure.
Wack and Wild also wasn't used that great when he came in.
But he hasn't been around as long.
But
he
he's
doesn't
not
need as much.
exactly. Yeah, no, he's not been around as long.
Like Raul Mendoza's probably been there that long that his fucking house number is 205.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll see where it goes.
So we move on to women's tag team action as Jessie Kamea and Xia Li take on Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter
I like how you can say Catanzaro but you can't say Zaya.
I know.
because her name starts with an X.
But it's pronounced like his E.
Xia.
It's like xylophone.
Xylophone.
We're getting into this argument. This is going to be the Norwich argument all over again.
Yeah, Norwich.
Long time listener.
Fucking nerd. So I'm glad they used Casey Catanzaro's new theme music, which means we don't need to see fucking Kane Carr's ship ass fucking entrance, where she goes in the fucking second rope and does that whole bloop 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 bloop. thing with her fucking arms.
Oh yeah, but if you watch Stardom or Joshi Pro, you are all for the dancing,
Yeah.
even though some of it is stupid.
You're stupid. Gone.
You go.
you got guts, son. Yeah, because like it's only stupid because like she's doing this stupid thing where she hangs her head low and then she's like sticking her arms out, but like fucking like she's about 80% here. So like fucking half the time you can't even see what she's doing, and she just looks like she's flailing about like she's fucking drowning or something.
Drowning in oxygen.
I'm drowning in her own fucking hair.
But I like the team of Carter and Catanzaro.
Yeah, at least they come out with like color coded outfits and shit like that. Like that's kind of cool.
Their styles complement each other.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot to this match. Like it was kind of just, you know, to get said tag team over. So the kind of finish came with it was Catanzaro. No, it wasn't. It was Carter that had the crucifix, and then Casey Catanzaro hit the like a kind of version of the bro kick, or as I put it, the lobster kick, and then that took I think it was Xylee.
I just don't acknowledge it anymore.
Xylee took the pin.
It was Xylee that took the pin.
Catanzaro.
Yeah, so
Carter done like the move.
yeah, so it was
And then Catanzaro sort of manoeuvred
yeah,
like a
that's
jackknife pin.
so it was Carter with the crucifix, Casey with the lobster kick, and then that moved Xylee into the pinning combination, and then Casey Catanzaro comes over with the jackknife pin. 1, 2, 3, blam! There you go. Fuck you. Drake Maverick was backstage. Earlier on in the night, he was seen coming in. He's like, "Oh yeah, me and Big Damo, or Dane, have a big tag team match tonight against Undisputed Era. It's going to be good." Like he's not answered any of my phone calls or any of my texts, but we're both here tonight, and it's going to be fine. So at this point, he goes up to Dane and is like, "So, right, you ready for tonight?" And Dane's like, "I'm not your friend, I'm not your partner, and if you want to go out there, go on your own." And Drake goes, "Okay, I'll see you out there." And then he starts walking towards the ring. So we cut to Tegan Knox, who cuts a promo from home. Doesn't really see much, but it was like, yeah, I am Lord. Battle Royal, and can't wait to see Candice's face when I win the Battle Royal. So we get the Undisputed Era versus Drake and Killian Dane. You right there?
Yeah, just stretch my neck.
Okay. I thought you were getting bored there for a second.
Oh no, you'd have heard me snore.
Much like the rest of the audience probably is. We've not made a dick joke in a while.
If any of you fucking watched NXT, then that would have been great, and then we could have
I
had a bit
did, have you not heard me talking about it? And I don't have notes while you're on my phone.
This might be the episode where he finally breaks, by the way.
He didn't watch it either, Chris. I'm the only person that watched NXT. Go fuck the both of you.
At least I was fucking honest about it, Robert.
Exactly.
I sent you the link.
See the fucking link he sent you? That's all he watched NXT.
Right, okay, well, this is a game changer, man. Like, at least fucking fess up. Like,
I know.
It's the newbie I'm trying to say.
I've been sitting here for fucking ages, like, keeping his goddamn secret. And then he tries to imply that he's going to fall asleep while I'm talking about it. Nah.
I never said I was falling asleep. I was stretching my neck.
sorry, Griz. Thank you for your efforts.
You motherfucking OGs sticking together. You're an OG wankers.
Again, as I say, like, I want to hear an episode where I am not on it and it's just used to doing it.
Oh, that would be super fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did you think of this match, Chris?
I don't know, I didn't fucking watch it. Neither did I.
It was really good. Player 1 was really fucking decent against Player 2.
Battlegrounds!
Player 2 done an OMG moment.
Fucking hell, man.
Usually nothing.
There's two. I've got a lot of prep to do for the G1 climax. It started yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break.
No, because you not watched any of that.
Did you watch NXT UK?
I watched Dynamite.
What shock?
I watched SmackDown. And I watched Raw.
Actually, so, like, Chris has done more work for once than you have.
Like, he's been busy. Things have been busy in the arc.
Yeah, okay.
I've been trying to build a industrial forge in the game arc.
Undisputed Era took on Drake.
So when you want a fucking side story, we need to sit and talk about it for 50 minutes. But
Yeah, because you're talking about arc, and I feel like that could go on.
it could go on for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Please continue, Mr. Griz.
Being the only person that watched it, Drake Maverick comes out and then he points to the stage like, yeah, here we go. And then nothing happens. He's like, well, I guess Dane's not coming. So he goes into this match alone. So it's a 2-on-1 handicap match with the two members of the Undisputed Era against Drake Maverick. Maverick actually does fare kind of well. He managed to get a few attempts of a few pins, but it was obviously for 2 counts. Then it continuously shows Dane backstage watching the match with other backstage colleagues, and he's chuckling like, ha ha ha, look at me, I put him in this. Well, oh, dweeb. Then we come back from commercial and Regal goes up and
Says, what are you doing?
You didn't watch it.
I made a good pun! I seen it on the highlights package.
Regal comes up and gives Killian Dane a bit of lip, and he's like, so do you want me to go out there? And he's like, yes. So Dane goes out there, and the only thing he does is he grabs Drake Maverick, who's on the floor on the outside, throws him in the ring and goes, you know what, you put yourself into this, take it like a man, and then starts to walk away. And then Roderick Strong says something. I listened to it about 3 times. I could not figure out what he said.
Shave your back.
The only thing that I could figure out is I think he called him a crack whore, and I don't think that's what he called him.
Oh no, I heard it in the highlights package. He called him a fat. It was like a fat disgrace or something like that. He called him, I'm sure. Basically, he made fun of his weight anyway.
How the fuck did I get crack whore from that?
I don't know, I didn't watch it. I don't know how you got crack whore from it.
You're damn right. So Dane was not happy, came back, attacked the Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish attacks him with a chair, so that's a DQ. So Drake Maverick and Killian Dane win the match by disqualification. Drake Maverick starts celebrating, and it's like, we're the best team ever, we're the best team ever. Kind of shoves Dane, and Dane's like, what the fuck? And then just pops him in the face. Bang.
Pow! Right to kiss it.
Now that's a reference I can get behind, because at least you've watched Family Guy.
The shade of it all.
So backstage, Jake Atlas is on his way out of the arena, cutting a promo.
Is he coming out of the arena?
I mean, he came in ages ago, so. Gonna talking about next week's match, because him and Ciampa are gonna go 1-on-1 next week, and Tommaso Ciampa jumps him, throws him against one of the big trucks, and then Kyle O'Reilly of all people steps in and is like, right, okay, I think you've done enough, and kind of squares up to him, and Ciampa kind of backs off and is like, you know, Kyle O'Reilly, the voice of reason.
He's kind of been the voice of reason for a while though.
But then also Adam Cole being like, oh yeah, well done Finn Balor for beating me and becoming NXT champion. Like, so this was the kind of thing we were talking about earlier, of the fact that Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole seem to be the goody good guys, and then Fish and Roderick are being quite underhanded. Like, are you thinking sort of Undisputed Era kind of split of the sort of views of these four people, like, being on different grounds?
Yeah, 100%.
A future Shock reunion with O'Reilly and Cole, just the two of them, I'm down for. That was a team that they done in like PWG and Ring of Honor like years ago. Because we kind of discussed that a wee bit earlier. I was like, yeah, because you could have like O'Reilly and Cole against Team Strongfish.
Team Strongfish.
Go on, tell them about
The reference. Oh yeah, the big silverfish from the SpongeBob SquarePants is on the beach doing like the working out. These pure old muscly and down.
vodka.
To be fair, that's a t-shirt I would buy.
It's either that or Kyle O'Reilly as an ally to the LGBTQIA plus community.
So that was a lot of letters.
I know.
Every day there are more letters added to it. It's hard to keep up.
I know.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
It really is.
I actually didn't even think of that joke. I'm disappointed in myself.
That's what she said! See, that
That is ultimately what she said.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay, so we move on to William Regal announcing the Scramble elimination match. That wasn't the name, but I can't remember what it is. So essentially, it is the Scramble match where 5 competitors. Another wrestler comes in every 4 minutes, and then it's pinfall or submission. I don't know if it's after all 5 come in, pinfalls and submissions are allowed, or they can be done at any time. I think it's probably any time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like casino ladder match rules, but no ladder.
Yes, very much. So it is elimination as well. So.
There it is! There it is!
Sorry guys. Sorry for your ears. But I did warn you.
Yep, you did. To be fair, you handled it nicely.
Well, I feel busy now.
Yeah, so it's going to be scramble rules where 2 people start, 4 minutes, another person enters, so there's going to be 5 people, and then it's going to be elimination style. So it could happen during the time, so within the first 4 minutes, one person could eliminate the second, and then get a rest and get ready for the next person.
So it's an elimination chamber without the elimination chamber?
Almost, yeah. So that's next week. That's going to determine the number 1 contender for the NXT title. That's going to happen at fucking like 2 weeks from now at TakeOver. That's going to be on a Sunday, and I hate fucking Sunday takeovers.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. It's like October 15th or something. So, like, what, 2-3 weeks from now? Load of crap.
Is that not a Wednesday?
I was going to say that's
same. AEW.
That's the same day as they're doing the Archer Mox match, is it not?
Well, then I've clearly got the date wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe it's October 12th.
2 seconds, let me just double check.
Anyway, I'll talk about Priest versus Thatcher in the meantime.
Continue.
So there was some big reps to start off the match. Priest with a forearm, but Thatcher instigated with a headbutt. So most of the match, Priest was working with a, kind of a dud wheel.
October 14th when Mox and Archer fight.
14th, 13th, so like the 11th or 12th or something. Whatever the Sunday is before that. So on the outside, Priest goes into the stairs and gets suplexed on the floor by Thatcher. There was a Falcon Arrow by Priest later in the match for 2, but nobody kicks out the Falcon Arrow. Thatcher dodges a springboard from Damien Priest that was meant to be a moonsault. Thatcher tries for an armbar, but doesn't get it. Then Thatcher tries for a half Boston Crab, and Damien gets to the ropes. The armbar gets locked in finally by Thatcher. But again, Damien gets the ropes. There was a chokeslam by Priest for 2. A spinning heel kick from the top rope by Damien for 2. And then the Reckoning wins it for Damien Priest for a kind of half decent match. But it was alright. I don't think Thatcher wasn't bad, but I don't think that was like a really good first challenger.
Was he his first challenger?
Yes, that's the first title defence.
Alright, I thought he defended it like the week after he won it. Obviously, I'm wrong.
He was too busy partying with those babes.
Oh yeah, fair point.
Takeover's set for October the 4th.
October the 4th?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a Sunday then. That's shite.
It's the week. It's not next Sunday. It's the following Sunday.
Yeah. The fact is, aye, no, that's pish.
I don't like
I'm on holiday from work. Due to go back to work on the 5th.
bums.
So I can't even. Saying that, I don't really need the holiday anymore because I'm fucking not going to Hungary now. So I could maybe wiggle my dates to get it off.
Just now, it's just been referred to as NXT Takeover with the old school NXT Takeover logo.
Yeah, it's literally just came out of nowhere, and it's like
Takeover October. Oktoberfest. Fuck it.
Well, that's
Halloween Havoc
That's how I found it. Well, it's
nowhere near Halloween.
It's the opposite of the month.
is in October.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near Halloween.
Yeah, but Halloween is the October month.
Right, okay, Griz.
To be fair, it is in my boyfriend's flat because his flatmate fucking adores Halloween and basically decked the whole house out in full decoration
For the whole month.
for the whole month and then the month after.
Okay, fair
We
enough.
still have fucking stickers on the microwave where it looks as though there's a head in the microwave.
What does everybody want?
That's definitely what everyone wants.
See?
Alright, because we forgot about it, let's very quickly talk about the return of NXT UK on Thursday night. Let's do this shit.
A very Scottish influenced show.
Yes, every segment featured a Scottish wrestler.
Not everyone, but I think it was
No,
all but
everyone.
one.
Everyone. So we start off with Sid Scala, the assistant to the general manager, even though he should just be the general manager because Johnny's saying,
No one in there was Scottish.
shut up. Did you watch it?
No.
Well, let's talk about the segment first.
I know.
Then you'll know there was someone
Then
Scottish involved.
shut your trap. So, Sid Scala was out. He's claiming to be the assistant to the general manager, despite the fact that Johnny Saint doesn't fucking do anything.
Is it not because he always fucks up?
Yeah.
Lines?
I mean, the only thing that he ever done is created the first ever four-way fatal match.
Four-way fatal match.
Yep. And then pretty much like throughout the rest of NXT UK, it's like he's like fucking Sooty from, well, Sooty, where he kind of, it's just like he whispers something and he says Scala's ear. It's like, Sooty just says that next week you're gonna go one-on-one with Dave Mastiff.
Yeah. I love Johnny Saint, but
Oh yeah, like thanks for being a legend in British wrestling and all that blah. You can't talk, just don't be on television. Or, fucking record your segments.
yeah.
Like William Regal does. Like where you can fucking get out the name of the fucking match properly.
Four-way fatal.
It's gonna be a four-way fatal match. It's like a fatal four-way match, so that's what you're saying. Yes. Like, I mean, I can like take like Jeremy Piven going, oh, it's gonna be at Summerfest, SummerSlam. That's what you're saying. Yep. That's what I'm saying, like, because he's a fucking celebrity, but like, Jesus Christ.
Plus, I don't actually think he actually watched wrestling.
Exactly.
No, of
I
course he
didn't- but then he's in a fucking crossbody, and it's like, you know what? Summerfest, I'll take it.
So
The Miz is going to be banned from Summerfest, and then if you go on Wikipedia, There is actually a bit that says that The Miz has been banned from Summerfest because he lost a match to John Cena. If you look up Summerfest, because Summerfest is a thing.
A bit like Lethal Loop here from Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Well, indeed. Once every 4 years. So, we really need to get through this because we all forgot about this.
Yeah.
So the Sid Scala's out, he got about 3 lines out. It's like, oh, welcome back to NXT UK. And then Eli Dragunov comes out. And he's like, right, I won a Battle Royal 6 months ago. And I am sitting on an NXT UK title match. Like, I need to fight. And then before like anything else happened, Noam Dar comes out, who's from Scotland.
He wasn't born in Scotland.
He lives here. And they had a tussle. Noam Dar versus Eli Dragunov is your main event for tonight. Then the first match in 6 months in NXT UK.
Did you call him Eli?
Eli Dragunov?
Ilya?
Did I?
At least he watched it.
Yeah, Daddy. Don't call me a daddy. At least I watched it.
Daddy, aye.
Aye.
Did he, right?
Ilya Dragunov. I beg your. The first match in 6 months in NXT UK was Gallus taking on Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan. So, I'm going to keep that for later. Thank you, Reddit. So I don't know. I don't like the team of Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan. This has been a kind of thing where, like, for a long time, Kenny Williams has been kind of frustrated with Amir Jordan because he's like, look at me, I'm a dance. I dance around the Indian hat. And then Kenny Williams is like, I'm not into this dancing thing. Can you just kind of leave me alone? And he's like, no, dance though. And Kenny's like, no. And then Amir's like, but dance. Kenny's like, no. But they finally started to kind of get wins. But there was always that kind of thing of like, this is the week that Kenny's going to turn on Amir Jordan. And then it didn't happen. And it's like, okay, but he's still clearly getting annoyed.
Yeah, I don't think this week's the week. And also, you're talking about before the lockdown and stuff as well.
Of course,
but
yeah.
I think just now it just needs to kind of settle, find its feet. Then you can start doing heel turns.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm talking about. This was beforehand.
Yeah.
But you know, like, so they started off the match with Kenny and Amir. Like, Kenny's already kind of looking at Amir Jordan like, ugh, he's doing the dancing thing again. But this does remind me of a very fun and very quick story that I'll tell. So just after Raw was in, I think it was Manchester, when Adam Rose was still a thing, Mark Coffey was one of the Rosebuds dressed as a penguin. And then that following like weekend, so like that was like Monday, this was like Friday or Saturday, Mark Coffey versus Kenny Williams was the thing in an SWA match. And then at one point it just dawned on me, I was like, oh, and I started chanting, let's go Penguin, let's go Penguin. And the two of them stopped and they turned around and looked at me. And then Mark Coffey's like, he's chanting for me. And then Kenny Williams was like, no, he's chanting for me. And then he points to like his penguin tattoo. And then both of them just started arguing, like, no, he's chanting for me. He's chanting for me. And then the two of them started wrestling.
That was the same one Joe Hendry was a Rosebud as well, wasn't it? He had that pink suit.
No, like...
Joe Hendry, I was thinking Joe Coffey.
Joe Coffey was as well, but Joe Hendry had that pink suit.
Yes.
Apparently though, he said in his podcast that wasn't what he was supposed to wear, but he happened to own that pink suit, and was just kind of like, can I not wear this?
I know, it's like fucking a big fucking bright ass pink suit, like...
He has a number of funky suits.
Aye.
Yeah, but like I think if him and Drake Maverick had like a suit off, I think Drake Maverick would win. Remember
definitely.
some of those beast
I
inserts that
actually
he had
think
in
they
Impact?
have a couple of the same suits.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Like, say, like the weird, like, sort of, like, back in the day when the television channel
Yes.
was finished, they've both got that suit.
Yeah. That was the one suit I asked Maverick about when I met him, and he's like, everybody asks about that suit. It's like, because it's the best one. And he's like, I mean, it is, but everybody asks about it. So, I need to get... There we go. So Kenny looks kind of frustrated when Amir Jordan gets beaten down. Like, again, kind of adding to this whole thing that I'm talking about. There was a double team monkey flip by both members of Gallus, which are Mark Coffey and Wolfie, by the way.
Yes, there was no Joe.
No. They did mention Mark Coffey by name on commentary, so...
Yeah,
Just to kinda-
yeah, because I remember saying that to you in the chat. Literally as soon as I sent that, they did mention his name, and I was like, oh well.
Oh well,
But it
yeah,
did
man.
take a while, man. Like, he was in this match for a while.
Yeah.
Like, before they actually referred to the name Coffee.
To be fair, his brother's only suspended, he's not
Yeah.
been sacked.
Yeah. Amir almost pinned Coffey off a senton, and then Gallus won with a kick power slam combo on Amir Jordan, and after they disposed Kenny on the outside. And then, kind of after that, all the tag teams came out and stood on the kind of ramp inside area to be like, we are also tag teams. Look at us.
You want those titles.
Me want title match. Saxon Huxley backstage presses himself against the cage and says, oh, he's been caged for too long and next week he's going to bring a flood.
But the worst thing is, it clearly wasn't a cage, it was a fucking bit of fencing
Yeah.
that goes round like a building site
Yeah.
that they hadn't even secured properly. So when he's pressed his face against it, you can see that he's having to hold it
Yeah.
to stop it moving. Like,
Don't fall over, don't
And it's
fall over,
like,
don't fall over,
you
don't
could
fall
have at
over,
least
don't
got,
fall
like,
over, don't
Is
fall
he
over,
not
don't
like
fall
some
over.
sort of cat? Like a jungle cat or a battle cat or something?
No, he's Jesus.
No, he was in... Was that
no, there was like a battle cat, but it wasn't. I don't think it was Saxon. Whatever his name
Riot cat or something?
Nah, I think he was a battle cat.
is. Was he?
Something like that.
Something... I knew it was something to do with Kit Kats.
But
Fair enough.
But then, you know, the NXT UK crowd, like, made him Jesus.
Yeah, because just because you get long hair and a beard instantly makes you Jesus.
Instant Jesus.
The Thursday
Coming to
Night
us.
Messiah.
Coming to a store near you.
You too can be instant Jesus. So, Kelly Ray came out. It was announced that next week Kelly Ray will defend her NXT UK Women's Championship against Piper Niven. Piper came out in her best Raven cosplay with leather jacket and a fucking
A tartan
shirt,
jumper.
yeah. wrapped around her waist. Piper says, "Tell the truth. How many times have I beaten you in Japan and in the UK?" Like, she just specifically said the UK. It's like, no, but Scotland.
Yeah. I know. That was kind of annoyed me a little bit.
I know, because, like, I mean, saying the UK is one thing, but it's like, how many times have I been you in Scotland and England and I don't know, maybe even Wales and Ireland, yeah. Like, they could have been booked to all these fucking places, I don't know. Then Kaylee Ray tries to attack Piper Niven. Piper blocks it, kind of lunges towards her, and Kayla's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. She drops to the ground. It's like, no. He rolls out the ring.
I really like that. Like, see, just that little exchange. Where like, obviously Viper went to block it, or Piper Niven went to block it, and then Kaylee was just like, I'm just kidding. Like,
I didn't see that bit.
Yeah.
I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, well done.
look at you doing your research.
That was only because it was Kaylee Ray and Viper. Viper, Piper, Niven.
Yeah.
I know, I feel like you should call her Viper Niven.
Viper, Piper, Niven.
I think I'm guessing she's probably not allowed to use Viper because of Randy Orton.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Or she's changing her name so that she can still use Viper on the Indies.
That too. Yeah, either or. So we move on to Isla Dawn, take it on. I have Aoife Valkyrie.
I think that's about right.
That's what I'm going to go for.
I think it was Eva Valkyrie, yeah. But it's I fucking love the way that the Irish spell their names sometimes, man.
It's spelled Aofie, but it's pronounced
Eva.
Aoife.
Yeah.
Aoife or Eva. I'm going with Aoife.
I got in an argument with a lassie I used to work with who was Irish about the pronunciation of this Irish name, which is pronounced Owen, but it's spelled Eoan, and I'm like, no, that's Eon. And she's like, it's Owen, and I'm like, it's Eon. And she's like, I'm fucking Irish, I'm telling you, it's Owen. I'm like, alright, fair play, actually.
Reminds me of like that guy for the X Factor. His name was Owen, but it was Eoughen. And folk were just calling him Eggnog.
Yeah, I've seen that before as well. What are you doing?
He appears to be muttering Irish ditties in his head.
Ah, okay.
He's going diddly diddly diddly.
I thought he was doing his best Quagmire impression.
No, he's doing he was doing Becky Lynch's first theme music.
Fair enough. Fair enough, right, I'll give you that.
Diddly 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 diddly.
Dance and all.
Oh god, that was so bad.
So basically, I think she ended up going on to become who she's became.
Yeah.
Based on
One of the first women to main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
From Irish dancing.
Yeah.
At a fucking uni.
Yeah. Insane. Yeah. So another Scottish influence in Isla Dawn.
Yep. Good friend of the podcast. Well, I say good friend. You know, she knows me. Like a lot of the Scottish people, it's like they know me.
Yeah, but it's not a compliment.
Yeah, whether or not they like me is a completely different story.
Yeah, I know that guy.
He's a fucking pain in the arse, but you know what? He keeps coming back, so he keeps fucking putting money in my pocket.
She likes me.
So yeah,
I've got an off-air story.
Okay.
Yay!
So Aoife only had a handful of matches before lockdown happened. So essentially, this is kind of like me also like getting reintroduced to her, like because I mean I barely fucking knew her before.
Yeah.
Before the whole thing
ended.
shut. Yeah. Essentially, the world had literally pressed the stop button. So there was a nice spinning heel kick by Valkyrie. There was a sweet spinning neck breaker from Valkyrie. Dawn almost got a 3 off a roll up, but Valkyrie.
Still trying to catch that fly I was going for earlier.
I thought you were pretty like fucking. I didn't mean. Valkyrie with a scissors kick off the top rope got the 3. It had the name, but like I think it was like, you know, Celtic. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm not going to even attempt to take that. So scissors kick off the top rope was what it is. It's kind of like brogue kick. It's like I know how to pronounce brogue now because I've heard it so many times, but
and it's a shoe.
Yeah, brogue's a shoe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like
it's the
dress brown shoes. Yeah,
the leather sort of wee bit on top of your shoe, and it's got like wee holes and wee decorations and stuff on it.
Yeah,
I thought that was like.
Watch Kingsman. Oxford's not brogues.
I don't watch anything that's not wrestling most of the time, as we've established many times.
Shut up! You didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I watched more of it
than
than
watch Kingsman.
Exactly, that's not wrestling. Fuck you.
It's kind of a way of implying someone is dressed much more poshly than they usually do as well.
Right.
Like they walk in, you scrub up nice and stuff like that, but the other one is all you're missing is the brown brogues. Like,
the brogues. Right, so next week it is announced that the tournament for the cup is going to get drawn So, we have 7 of the 8 competitors, and Pete Dunne is going to announce the bracket next week. Who do you guys think is going to be the 8th man in this tournament?
It's going to be a new signee, and I've already said that on this podcast. Based on the amount of coverage you got when ICW went on in the network, I genuinely think it's going to be Grado.
Good shout.
Because why? Because they're all the official Twitter feeds and all that when it first went on were battering on about Grado, and it's like he's not even signed.
He's kind of like a Scottish sensation.
Yeah, like I think it's going to be Grado.
But this is a stolen idea. Have you heard about this?
No, enlighten me.
Before lockdown, there was like a new start-up company in the UK, and their first show was the Heritage Cup, and supposedly it made waves with the people that were in it. And then WWE put a trademark on it like 2 months later.
It's not the first time they've done shit like that.
I know, but they're fucking start-up. So you think it's Grado
I think it's Grado.
that's the 8th man? What if it's just Pete Dunne just being a cunt?
I don't think it's going to be though. Saying that, he's not been on NXT for a while.
So who's the other 7 in the tournament?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Morgan, Dar, Joseph Connors, Trent,
7.
Ah,
Your face, the look of absolute confusion on your face there was fantastic.
so like, not him, no, he's in Florida.
Do you know what it would surprise me to do actually? Here's another guess.
Go on. Like, because if you want my input, which you don't, but I don't care, we're going to do it anyway. Jack Jester.
He was another one I was thinking, but I don't think it will be Jester. Do you know who wouldn't fucking shock me if it was?
Sha?
Just because it's WWE.
Brock Lesnar.
No, just because it's WWE being petty, right? And it seems that they don't care about the whole speaking out thing either, right?
Tom Petty.
Jimmy?
Yeah. That genuinely surprised me.
Well, they must care about it in some way for them to sack Travis Banks, Jack Gallagher,
Yeah, but
and El Legado.
Yeah, but those two were
100%. But
They basically admitted to what they've done. Stuff like the shit with Havoc, like Havoc was obviously an utter arsehole for doing what he did and stuff, but he just seems. I'm going to stop talking because I would dig myself into a hole here.
No, but
What I mean is, like, their accusations were the sexual nature, whereas Havoc's weren't.
Look more mental.
Yeah, look at the other wrestlers there.
So
that have been accused and got away with it in WWE. Do you know what I mean?
Austin Theory, Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
So Noam Dar, Alexander Wolf, Flash Morgan Webster, A-Kid, Dave Mastiff, Trent, 7, Joseph Connors, and a mystery man.
What kid?
A-Kid.
Aye, so I'm asking what one?
A-Kid.
But what one? It's very general.
Yeah, A-Kid is going to be in this match.
Aye, what fucking kid?
Just A-Kid.
Nice, so we're just pulling folk off the street.
Yeah, just a kid.
Fucking fantastic.
Just a kid from Spain is just going to be in this match. A-Kid.
No, I know who he is.
I know.
No,
That's
but
it.
just in case.
I
didn't want to scare the listeners into thinking that Mummy and Daddy were fighting. It's okay. We'll love you all the same. We love you.
Just pet the microphones like
It's
that.
okay.
That's your head I'm petting.
No matter what happens with Mummy and Daddy,
Wait.
we will love you all the same.
Yep, even if we live in different houses, everything's fine.
Meets 2 Christmases,
Ooh,
2 birthdays.
2 birthdays. Ooh. Right, okay, let's quickly move on to the main event, which is Noam Dar versus Ilya Dragunov.
Boom, Bessic, bar.
I love Ilya's theme song.
Oh, it's so fucking boss.
And his entrance, like, just the way that, like, he kind of comes out, it's like, he's kind of like, he's, conducting, like, the fucking performance of it. Like, it's so fucking awesome.
My favourite bit, though, is the drums at, like, the start, where it's and it's just like, oh my god, this is one bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, he's fucking badass. I love the red eyes, and I feel like this is one of the first times I've ever got to talk about Ilya Dragunov, so I enjoy his work immensely. So he is against Noam Dar in the main event, and so the match starts with Ilya throwing some of his crazy ass lariats.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I swear to God, these things are absolutely fucking brutal. And it's incredible, man. Like, the fact that, like, Noam can fucking take these, because these are spicy.
And it's the fucking momentum he gets behind them, though. Like,
the fact that the what's it called, thumbnail. The thumbnail of the episode is literally Ilya Dragunov lariating Noam Dar. Like, that's, I mean, you see, like, every, like, fucking vein in his body just like popping. It's like, it just shows the amount of, like, sploosh that's behind it. Sploosh, that's the word I'm going for. During the match, Noam attempts an omoplata. Ilya counters, and then Dar tries the champagne super knee bar. Doesn't get that. The 6-1 line happens by Ilya. Noam with another armbar attempt. There's a great back and forth between the two of them. For a big old chop fest between the two of them, which looks great, and I have the hiccups. That's great. Fantastic. There's a Gotchplex for 2 about Ilya Dragunov, but the ending comes when Alexander Wolf shows up and tries to distract Ilya Dragunov. Noam Dar gets a 2 count off a roll up, but Ilya kicks out, manages to get the diving headbutt. 1, 2, 3. Ilya Dragunov wins. And Alexander Wolf is like, well, I'm the only Imperial member here, so fuck. I think they announced that Walter is back next week.
Back next week, yep.
Yeah. Finally. Fucking miss Walter.
Yep, I want to see him get a big, massive, fucking cool entrance.
Do you want a bigger white light?
I want there to be fucking Nazis lining the fucking entranceway.
Whoa! That took a fucking turn.
Not really, I've been saying it for fucking ages. We've been saying it for ages that the whole gimmick is very Nazi-esque.
An Austrian that's leading an army of almost German people?
2 Germans and, well, okay, I get it. So it's the same, but they're German and Italian, and then I remember.
And then obviously he's wearing the tracksuit now, but he used to wear the fucking coat and all that, and fucking.
The tracksuit's like the team suit, but he wears the big jacket a lot of the time.
Aye.
But I was thinking there, oh no, there's an Italian there, and then I remembered, oh fuck, Mussolini.
Yeah. So, that note.
Yeah. Wow. What
shall we wrap this shindig up?
I was hoping to say just maybe like a 30 seconds more, so we don't end on fucking Mussolini.
All of the opinions expressed in this podcast are the opinions of those that...
Something like that. That would work.
That is the first thing that you've ever needed to do this that didn't require you specifically saying, doing something that I have said.
Yeah. I obviously did not mean that Nazi statement. It was a running joke in this podcast for a while.
It was for the lulz.
Yes. I don't agree with Nazism. I don't think the Nazis should ever exist. I don't think Walter is a Nazi. Let's make that very clear.
Extremely clear.
I'm merely pointing out the similarities.
Do you want to get chopped?
Oh, fuck no.
No.
I reckon he would cave my fucking chest in.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking handprint in your fucking chest for about fucking 5 weeks.
Handprint in his chest. See if he chopped me, my tits would be in the back.
Aye. Yep.
Oh, back boobs. Wait,
My heart would just implode. Game over.
What was back boobs?
Was that on How I Met Your Mother?
What's the back boobs?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Pretty sure.
If anyone remembers where the back boobs joke was in, I'm pretty sure it was How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Might have been Let's Not Talk About It segment of WWE where DX were all a certain colour, and they get asked, Mark Henry got asked, how do you get your pecs to go all the way around your back like that?
No, it definitely wasn't that. It was a sitcom that they brought it in.
Yeah.
It could also have been Family Guy, but I feel it was Barney and How I Met Your Mother. Where it's
No,
like I
it
came
was-
up with the latest revelation.
It was
and-
live action.
Yeah,
And you're
it was
that
like
much.
I came up with the latest revelation in cosmetic surgery, and they're like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Back boobs. They're boobs, but for your back." I'm sure it's How I Met Your Mother. But I
So
think
when
you're
you're
wrong.
doing doggy doggy.
You still got something to fun to
Yeah,
squeezy.
Absolutely.
You need to grab on that ride, make sure you don't fall off.
Exactly.
I know it's difficult when they're down round the front. You lose your balance.
So on that note, I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes.
I've been fucking wasted for half this podcast.
I've been drinking on this one.
Yes.
Ho!
See. Fucking hell.
I'm mad with it.
Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Heel Podcast. And also, don't forget, you can hear our archives on the World Wide Web at heelpodcast.co.uk. Well, that's all, folks. So long. Have a good day.